It's loud. Oh, yeah, it's kind of loud. I can't hear you at all. Oh, because you're muted. My bad.
Mute. There we go. This is you. Sorry. Talk.
Testing. 1, 2.
That sound good to you?
A little bit loud, if anything.
Louder?
It sounds.
It's too loud?
It's too loud.
How's that?
That's really good.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Sounds really crisp.
Yeah, it does. Ooh, that's too much. Testing 1, 2. All right. All right, muting up.
We are controlling transmission. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to
Skeeters Baseball.
Deep to left field, going back to the track, to the wall, and he got it all.
After missing the playoffs last year, the Skeeters look to get back to their winning ways as they strive to win it all again this season.
Holy cow!
Follow the Skeeters all season long as they drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship.
I don't believe what I just saw!
The Skeeters' new skipper, Pete Incaviglia, and his boys are primed to win it all as they look to claim the second title in franchise history.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter.
This is a live presentation of Sugarland Skeeters Baseball. Skeeters Baseball begins now.
And look who's coming up.
So let's go to the broadcast booth with the voice of the Sugarland Skeeters, Ira Liebman.
Welcome to Sugarland, Texas. We are live at Constellation Field, home of your Sugarland Skeeters. More live Atlantic League baseball action tonight as the Sugarland Skeeters take on the York Revolution in Game 3, the final game of a 3-game series. The two teams have split the first two. The Skeeters come in with a 21-12 record. They are 3 games behind the front-running Barnstormers in the Freedom Division. York comes in at 16-13. They are 3 games behind the Skeeters and 6 games behind the Barnstormers. Tonight, a very good pitching matchup. Dallas Beeler, the former big leaguer with the Cubs for the Skeeters, the right-hander, 1-1 with a 2.79 ERA. He will take on Dominic Severino, who is 2-1 with a 2.81 ERA. Hi, I'm Ira Liebman, joined again by Will Scott, Ryan Posner later in the broadcast. But Will, a crazy game yesterday, and it was a game that looked like it was going to get away from the Skeeters early, and if it does, then today is only just trying to avoid a sweep. But the Skeeters came up big after York scored a run in the first and 3 in the second. They were down 4-0 before they even batted in the bottom of the 5th, but they came back with 5 runs of their own. York tied it in the 5th. The Skeeters get 4 in the 7th, and we heard Anthony Jansanti, who looked like he's back on track now after a 3-for-4 performance tonight, say that Pete Incaviglia really instilled to them, now, even though they went down early, that they got to get the bats moving, and they did.
Well, if we learned anything from this Skeeter team in their first 33 games is that they do not quit. The 5th come from behind win this season, and even in some of their losses, as I mentioned to Jansanti after the game, they've rallied. You know, they're down 4-0 in the second inning, and it didn't take a very long amount of comeback, Ira, scoring 5 in the bottom of the second. Like you said, Jansanti is huge for this team and this team's success, and him coming out of that slump was big for the team last night.
And the Skeeters have to kind of get back to what was working for them. If you look at the later end of this game, the 7th and the 8th inning, the 7th was when they scored those 4 runs to take the 9-5 lead. In the first 6 innings, no walks, and that's not who the Skeeters were. They have diminished their walks. They were not only walking, taking better at bats, taking long pitch counts, getting through starters. Now starters are striking them out way too much. The Skeeters are not walking enough and hence not hitting enough and less guys on base to drive in. So it's really affected them overall in both ways.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Barnes first in walks in the Atlantic League. Derek Norris is third. And what we saw in the first couple of games of this homestand, Ira, is that they just couldn't get on base. And so they're being more patient in their at-bats. We saw that last night as, they put up 5 in the second inning. And that's the key. Pete Incaviglia said they got to be more patient in their at-bats, and that's what they've done.
Also, really, the key to that game has been the bullpen, and that's throughout this series and really almost all this homestand. But the big turning point last night, Kyle Winkler came in, loaded the bases with nobody out, in an impossible situation for Paulino to come in and get out unscathed, but that's exactly what he did. He not only got a fielder's choice, he took matters into his own hands. A slow roller back to him with the bases loaded and nobody out by Michael Burgess. He flips with his glove, doesn't even take it out of the glove, flips it to Derek Norris for the force out the plate. There was 1 out. He strikes out the next 2 in Cuevas and Cruz. That was 3 outs. No runs scored with the bases loaded and nobody out. He strikes out the first 2 next inning, meaning he strikes out 4 straight batters between those 2 innings and 6 in a row to end the game.
Fear the beard.
No question about it.
Paul, we were saying as he was coming in that if anyone can get out of this impossible situation with the bases loaded, nobody out, it was him. And sure enough, gets that fielder's choice and then strikes out 2 straight batters to get out of that jam. He's going to be an all-star for sure, and he's really been living up to what he has been doing these last couple games.
Old school saves, 6 outs, his league-leading 10th, the first player in the Atlantic League to get into double digits in saves, and hasn't pitched since him. The Skeeters bullpen has thrown 12 1/3 scoreless innings, dating back to Thursday's 1-0 victory for the Ducks. So we've seen a lot of help in that bullpen, and even with Danny Reynolds gone, who was part of this 12 and a third scoreless innings. It's been phenomenal for us. Cervenka pitched very well in the 7th last night. And we've seen other guys come out of this bullpen, and really it's been the story. So if you can hit like you're capable of, the Skeeters are still second in the league in hitting. Get some guys on base, get a few runs early, and get decent starting pitching, which is probably the problem start right now with some guys getting signed and being traded and being picked up. But you get a couple runs, get into that 6th inning with a lead, and that's the bullpen, and that's usually all she wrote.
Yeah, the bullpen for the Skeeters, like you said, has been dominant. And if the Skeeters can just get some runs on the board early, which is kind of what they've struggled with this homestand, then they're going to be in great shape. And with Beeler on the mound tonight, who has been dominant thus far, it sets up great for the bullpen. Skeeters should be looking to take 2 out of 3 today for sure.
Well, another guy who's helped out with the starting rotation, he joined the Skeeters in New Britain, coming from Long Island in his car, and is Tyler Levine. Well, Levine will for sure be starting at some point on the road with a day-night doubleheader and some games stacking up, and as I mentioned, a few losses. When we come back, Will Scott had a chance to speak to the newest member of the Skeeters and Long Island native Tyler Levine when we get back here in just a moment.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Shut up and sit down.
Will Scott here with one of the newest Skeeters, Tyler Levine, here on the pregame show. Tyler, you joined the team last week, and then the next day you were asked to start against New Britain. What was that transition like for you, and kind of how did that all go down?
Yeah, I got a call from Skip. He called me and said, Tyler, we're looking for an arm. Can you start tomorrow? I said, absolutely, I absolutely can. Thank you for the opportunity. I went there, tried to make the best of my opportunity. It went well. After the game, he said, hey, man, you're coming with us. So here I am. I'm a Skeeter, and I'm happy to be here.
In Sugar Land, now happy to have you for sure. And you delivered in your first start, 4 scoreless innings in the win in New Britain. How did it feel to be so productive in just your first game with the team?
Yeah, Dino was on. Me and him were on page for the first time throwing together. So everything he called, I threw. It was great. It felt good. Had a few pitches working for me that night, and looking forward to getting back out there.
You're from Long Island originally. Got a chance to pitch in your hometown for the Ducks last season. How cool is it, to play pro baseball in your hometown?
Yeah, it was a great opportunity again. Especially in this league, the Atlantic League, with the amount of players that are here and the caliber of these players. So it was a great opportunity to be there. I'm fortunate to play for Long Island last year, and again, I'm fortunate to be here and be a Skeeter.
Talking with Skeeters pitcher Tyler Levine on the pregame show. This is now your second season in the Atlantic League. What do you think you learned from your first season that's going to help you here in your second season with the Skeeters?
These hitters will figure you out, and they'll figure you out pretty quickly. And I've learned patience here throughout the last year into this year. And these hitters will teach you a thing or two. And again, being around these guys is unbelievable. You get to pick these brains. I'm picking Casey Coleman's brain out there for 45 minutes before. I learned more things in the 45 minutes talking to Casey than I feel like I've learned in previous years. So the guys really help out, and talking to them is great.
You mentioned, talking to Casey Coleman, getting some, just picking his brain. 15 former major leaguers on this team, obviously a dream of yours to get to the big leagues. When you were signed with Sugar Land, being with all those major leaguers, you're really looking forward to learning from each and every single one of them?
Absolutely. You can learn a little bit from everybody. And, you take a little bit here, take a little bit there. You put it all together, and that's kind of how you develop. Yeah.
You played college ball at SUNY Old Westbury on Long Island. Obviously a smaller school, a D3 school, but it gave you the opportunity to play college baseball.
Absolutely, it did. I was looking to be a two-way guy out of high school. I thought I would have the opportunity there at Old Westbury, and I got my opportunity to pitch there, and it ended up working out for me. Here I am, so it ended up working out.
In college, was it your ultimate goal to be playing professional baseball?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially after my freshman year, I did very well, and then obviously we had spoke about the car accident, and I knew I didn't want to stop there, and I wanted to get to the next level.
You just mentioned that car accident, and you only pitched 30 total innings in your last 3 seasons of college. Did that car accident kind of affect your game a little bit?
Without a doubt, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would say mentally more than physically. I believe I had 49, 50 innings my freshman year, and then as you said, 30 innings combined sophomore, junior, senior year. So I think it took a toll on me mentally, but it took a lot to get out of that mental state. Physically, it felt fine, still do, but mentally, just to get out of that and kind of keep going, keep pushing, and yeah, absolutely.
And how were you finally able to kind of recover mentally from such terrible accident?
Well, just as you said, I knew I didn't want to have my final destination be SUNY Old Westbury. Not nothing against the school, but I knew I wanted to take it to the next level. So that's kind of how I progressed forward mentally.
Yeah. Talking here with Skeeters right-handed pitcher Tyler Levine. Before you're in the Atlantic League, you're actually in Texas playing for Brownsville in the United League. That was your first pro baseball gig, but then the United League ceased to exist after that one season. You didn't play at all in 2015. So what were you doing in that one season to kind of prepare yourself for another professional gig?
There was a league, a startup league in 2015 called the North Country Baseball League, and I don't think they were recognized as professional baseball due to the minimum amount of games they did play. But I was there, I did start there, I did throw the year there. I'm not sure how many innings or starts I had, but I did spend a season there, and a lot of the United League players from 2014 went to that league in 2015. Unfortunately, that league defunct as well, and then the following year I went to the Frontier League.
You went from Long Island to Brownsville, South Texas. Was that kind of a culture shock for you, going from New York to deep South Texas?
Without a doubt. Walking in the airport, I think you could smell it from a mile away. Yeah. So, but it was a great experience. I mean, I love the state. I love the cities, the travel. In 2014, I was able to experience Fort Worth. I was able to experience San Angelo, Brownsville. Traveling. Rio Grande. And I always look forward to coming back here. So again, that's why when I got that call from Pete, a big smile on my face because I do love it here. This beautiful state, beautiful city.
Obviously, not going to get the kind of pizza in Long Island, but we got some decent barbecue down here, so there's some food to enjoy for sure. You've been a reliever for pretty much your entire pro baseball career, but you started that last game in New Britain. What do you feel more comfortable doing, and what would you like to be doing going forward, being a reliever or a starter?
For me, I'm just grateful to get out there and pitch, and whatever opportunity I do get to pitch, whether that's a starter, whether that's a reliever, if I'm out of the pen long, or if I'm closing a game, it doesn't matter to me. Just being on the mound, competing, throwing off there, that's just what I look forward most to.
You just played one season in the United League, but were very successful in the Frontier League. What did you kind of learn in your first season playing pro baseball?
Yeah, so right out of college, especially at the level that I was playing in college, these hitters, they'll, again, like I had said about this league, they'll teach you a thing or two. So what you can get away with in college, can't get away with in pro ball. So I learned a lot, not just about baseball, but I learned about myself, what it takes to be successful at a higher level. You can't just go through the motions in college. You can just go through the motions. Some are fortunate enough to do that, and they walk away with an okay day. But you do that here, and you'll get exposed. So that's one of the things I learned. I learned a lot about myself, preparation, how to prepare, what to look for, things like that.
The team seems to have a really great chemistry, obviously pretty new, but how cool has it been to be with such a tight-knit group?
Unbelievable. I mean, I got the call the next day I'm starting. Even when I just walked on the bus, it was great to just talk to the guys. They welcomed me. They're great in the clubhouse, great on the field, great in the bullpen. Nothing but great things to say about these guys.
What would you say are some of your goals for this season with Sugar Land?
I'm just looking to be as big of a contribution to this team as possible. Again, like I had said, if that's to start and say, hey, Ty, you're starting today, or you're up today, you're out of the pen, whatever it is, I'm just looking to contribute as much as I can to the team.
That was Skeeters right-handed pitcher Tyler Levine on the pregame show. Tyler, great to have you in Sugar Land. We look forward to seeing you pitch for the remainder of the season.
Thanks again.
So there I was, just minding my own business when
party here at Constellation Field. You and your guests will have everything you need, including access to our picnic plaza, pool, food, cake, and so much more. The birthday child will be able to throw out the first pitch, get a jersey with their name and number, and we will sing happy birthday to them on the dugout. Join us at Constellation Field, where we will do all the work so you can enjoy the game.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Kids 12 and under get in free for every Wednesday home game this season at Constellation Field. Tickets are only available by calling the Skeeters box office at 281-240-4487 or 240-HITS, or visit the TDECU box office at the ballpark or online 24 hours a day at sugarlandskeeters.com. Gates open an hour before scheduled game times. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
We are La Casina.
Welcome back to the Skeeters pregame show. Ira Liebman, Will Scott. Time to take a look at the starting pitching matchup. And let's start with the York Revolution righty, Dominic Severino.
Yeah, the right-handed pitcher has been dominant thus far for the Revolution. 2-1 on the year with a .281 ERA in 6 games, 32 innings pitched. He struck out 20 batters. He's allowed 30 hits. And he played collegiately at Central Connecticut State University. Showed some promise with the Bluefish last year. Only played 3 games, though. 1.23 ERA in 3 starts with Bridgeport, and he's picked up where he left off from last season. At Central Connecticut State, it's funny, Ira, he's actually a better batter than he was a hitter. He hit .298 in his senior season, only had a .527 ERA pitching.
Well, he'll be opposed by righty Dallas Buehler, the former big leaguer, 1-1 with a .279 ERA, 6'5", 225. Well, the national anthem is ready to get underway, so we will duck out when we come back. The starting lineups and the first pitch. It is time to play ball when we return right here to Constellation Field in just a moment.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music in a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. Time to play Game 3, the rubber match. These two teams tied at 1 apiece. And let's start with the starting lineup for the visiting New York Revolution. Jared Mitchell will be in right. He'll be at the top spot. The switch hitting second baseman, Alex Casilla, bats second. Former Atlantic League Player of the Year, the DH, batting third, Wellington Dotel. The cleanup hitter in first baseman, Michael Burgess. Zach Wilson, he'll be at third. He'll bat fifth. Jose Cuevas bats sixth. He'll be at short. In center field, Travis Witherspoon batting seventh. Batting eighth is Ruby Silver, the left fielder. And batting ninth, switch hitting catcher, Tyler Clark.
And manning left field for the Skeeters will be Courtney Hawkins, Barrett Barnes in center. Kyle Kubica, after 2 nights off in the field, is back in right. Albert Cordero at third base. Alvaro Rondon at shortstop. Our player of the game from last night, Anthony Jansanti, the now beardless Jansanti at second base. Matt Chavez at first. Former Major League All-Star Derek Norris is catching former Major Leaguer Dallas Beeler.
Now, Beeler is 1-1 with the 2.79 ERA. Had he have more innings, he would be ninth in the league in ERA, but does not qualify among active starters. 28-year-old is 6'5", 225, Tulsa, Oklahoma native, was drafted twice. First time he was drafted in the 37th round in 2008. That was by the Toronto Blue Jays out of high school, and he was drafted again in the 41st round. That was by the Cubs in 2010. That was out of Oral Roberts and eventually made it to big leagues with the Cubs. Well, in the last 2 starts, Beeler has allowed just 2 runs on 5 hits through 11 innings, and he has really been sensational. Took an unfortunate loss. That was in Game 1 of this homestand. That was the 1-0 loss to the Ducks, but he pitched brilliantly. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 4 hits, a walk, 9 strikeouts, which is not only a season high, but a career high. 75 pitches, 51 of them 4 strikes. Well, made his Major League debut in June 28th of 2014 with the Cubs. And a big league record of 0-3 with a 6.05 ERA. Minor league numbers 31 and 29 with a 3.68 ERA. Just about ready to get underway here. And the first pitch by Beeler is swung on and missed. Strike 1, no balls and 1 strike. And we are underway. Game 6. Final game of a 6-game homestand. Game 3 here against York and the Skeeters. This series tied at 1 apiece. Skeeters trying to win 4 of 6 on the homestand. The 0-1. This one is a little bit low and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jared Mitchell, the left-handed right fielder, 278, 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. Flags are limp in right center field today. We might see some balls fly out to right. This one's a ground ball. 1 hopper to right. Matt Chavez, the first baseman, grabs it. He'll step on first, and that'll be 1 away. That'll bring in former big leaguer Alexi Casilla. 333, good for 8th in the league. 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Take a look at the weather here. Well, it feels actually cooler today. It does not yet. It's hotter. It's 97 degrees.
Lower, yeah.
And yes, humidity all the way down to 42%. I say it feels like 105. Let's see how this wind looks here. 4 miles an hour, south-southeast wind, so wind will not be a factor today, surprising, and a rarity here at Constellation Field.
The last 2 games, it's played a huge factor. Probably the reason that there was 2 home runs hit over the left field wall yesterday, Ira.
You don't see too many home runs that are hit like that. Big curveball swung and missed. Wow, was Casilla way out in front of that, and quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to the switch-hitting former big leaguer batting here from the left side against former big leaguer Dallas Beeler. Beeler gets the sign, winds and delivers, and the 0-2 is down low in the dirt. Did he go? Yes, he did. Wow, I didn't think he went all the way, and now Norris is going to trot down all the way to the first and have to throw at the last second to Chavez. So going as a swinging strikeout and a 2-3 putout. So first K of the day, and there is 2 away. And when you look at Beeler, he really looks like a big leaguer out there. Righty, 6'5", 225, very proportionate, really has that big league frame.
He really has big league confidence as well. I cannot believe he lost that game the other night. 9 strikeouts through 6 innings, but this team can get some hits. Skeeters will be in good shape with Beeler on the mound.
A little bit of respect to his former teammate. Wellington Dotel steps in, who started the season with the Skeeters, kind of says hello to Derek Norris. Dotel on a roll, 333 coming in. That's good for 9th in the league. A home run and 14 RBIs, but Dotel has hit in 14 straight. On that 14-game hitting streak, he is hitting 368, going 21 for 57, and getting a little revenge on his former team. In this series, in the first 2 games, he is 4 for 7 with a double, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. It's one way outside, 1 ball and 1 strike to count. 2 outs, none on top of the first. Ira Levine along with Will Scott. no score. Beeler kicks and deals. They're going to set up inside. And this one swung and hit a bullet past Matt Chavez, diving to his left into right field. Dotel will hold on at first, and now really having a great series. He is now 5-for-8 in this series. Always have to be mindful of his speed. See if he tries to swipe second here. Now Burgess, he might try to swipe second with Burgess. Burgess is really struggling right now. Last year at 2017 All-Star, and he is 0 for his last 13 and 1 for his last 26, which kind of raises the question, why is he still in the cleanup spot?
Well, the question is, why did they move him up from yesterday? Because he was batting in the 6 hole yesterday.
A little bit of a slow start here for the Revolution. Maybe that has something to do with it. Throw to first. Beeler chases back Dotel. He gets back standing up. York is 6th in the league in hitting. Of the 8 teams at 256, that's one of the reasons. Skeeters are second at 278, just behind the Barnstormers. Well, York holding their own pitching-wise. They're 4th in the league in pitching at 367. The Skeeters second at 337. This one is swung and grounded to second. Slow roller. This should do it. Jansanti will go to first. 4-3 put up, and that'll do it. Nice first inning for Beeler. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. York does not score here in the top of the first. Skeeters coming to bat for the first time when we return.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Hi, this is Ira Liebman, voice of the Sugar Land Skeeters. I'm here to tell you about our brand new Skeeters Speakers Bureau. Make your next occasion special by inviting one of our outstanding Skeeters players, coaches, or front office staff as a guest speaker. If you'd like to schedule an appearance for your club meeting, sports banquet, or any other group outing, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com and click on the Speakers Bureau link under the Community tab. Hope to see you soon, and go Skeeters!
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Well, we move to the bottom of the first. Time to take a look at the starting lineup for your Sugar Land Skeeters. Leading off, the center fielder Barrett Barnes. Batting second, the third baseman Albert Cordero. The catcher Derek Norris bats third. The cleanup hitter Matt Chavez, he's at first. Dennis Phipps, the DH, bats fifth. In the sixth spot, Kyle Kubica in right. Courtney Hawkins in left in the seventh hole. Batting eighth, Anthony Jansanti at second, and batting ninth, Skeeters shortstop Alvaro Rondon.
And in left field for the Revolution will be Ruby Silva. In center, Travis Witherspoon. Manning right field will be former LSU Tiger Jared Mitchell. Third base will be Zach Wilson. And at second base will be Alexi Casilla. First base, Michael Burgess. Catching, Tyler Clark. And pitching, Dominic Severino.
Severino 2-1, a 2.81 ERA. That ERA amongst the top 10 here in the Atlantic League. This will be his seventh start, 32 innings so far, 20 strikeouts, just 5 walks, a 4-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, and less hits than innings pitched at 30 in 32 innings. First pitch here is a strike to Barnes, 265, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs. He's really done the job as the leadoff man, second in the league in runs scored with 26. He is first in walks with 23, also first in hit by pitches. Talking about taking one for the team, 6 hit by pitches so far this season. No balls and 2 strikes here to Barnes. Barnes last night had the big home run. Helped the Skeeters make that comeback. This one high 1-2. He was 1 for 4. The home run also got on base via a walk.
You mentioned that home run, Ira. It was 4-3, and then that put the Skeeters ahead 5-4, and they didn't look back after that.
Barnes also in the midst of an 8-game hitting streak, hitting .414, going 11 for 29 during that streak. We'll see if he can extend his hitting streak to 9 games here in his first at-bat. And that includes extending it 2 nights ago when he was thrown out of the game after his second at-bat. So he's really done a terrific job. Severino last 3 starts, 1-0 with a 2.81 ERA. The 1-2 by the right-hander. This one way outside 2-2. Good at bat here by Barnes. Well, Severino last 2 appearances, he's allowed 5 earned runs in 10 innings. The 2 appearances before that, 12 innings, no earned runs. He is not a guy who walks you either, despite the league leader in walks here. He has walked just 1 guy in his last 4 starts. Now run the count full 3-2. And these are the at-bats that the Skeeters really need to do a lot better job at. Skeeters have been striking out too much. They have been having short at-bats, but this is a perfect at-bat. Barnes has started off. He's going to see a 6th pitch here, regardless whether he walks, strikes out, or gets a hit. This is a very good at-bat. This is what the Skeeters need more of. Payoff pitch, high ball 4. So much for not walking too many guys, but I guess if you're going to walk one, it's the league-leading walk leader. 23rd walk of the season for Barnes. 1 on, none out for Albert Cordero.
Like you mentioned, the Skeeters need more of those at-bats. Barnes was down in the count 0-2. Forced 4 more pitches, all balls. Great at-bat from the leading walk leader of the Atlantic League.
Well, this time's Cordero, 354. Good for 4th in the league. 5 home runs, 19 RBIs. He's also 2nd in the league in hits with 46. Severino's 5 walks tied with Somerset Corey Reardon for the fewest in the Atlantic League amongst starting pitchers who have 30 innings or more. First pitch here is way inside, diving to his right literally is Tyler Clark. When do you see a catcher do that well? Woof.
Yeah, great effort from Clark to keep that from getting past Cordero. Barnes would have gotten to second easily.
Severino made his Atlantic League debut last year, pitching for the Bluefish, who went 1-0 with a 1.23 ERA. Was acquired in the 2nd round of the player dispersal draft when Bridgeport went under last year. 1 ball and no strikes to count here to Cordero. Leading off first is Barnes. Throw to first. Barnes dives back in first. No score here, bottom of the first inning, just underway. Severino threw 6 shutout innings while allowing 4 hits and striking out 4 batters, not walking anybody to pick up his first win of the season in a 2-1 victory over New Britain on May 11th. 4 seasons at Central Connecticut State. The 1-0. Swung and hit to the right side. Slow roller. They'll go to second for 1. The relay to first will never get Cordero. Go down as a fielder's choice, 3-6. So 1 on and 1 out. Erase the speedy Barnes and insert Cordero. That'll bring in Derek Norris. Norris 243, 3 home runs and 18 RBIs for the Skeeters catcher. A little more on Severino. Severino also had 481 career at-bats, as Will talked about in the pregame show at Central Connecticut State. Hit a modest 268, 8 home runs, 64 RBIs. That's not too bad.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, appears that he was a better hitter than he was a pitcher in college. Just had a 5.28 ERA senior season on the mound.
First pitch here to Norris is a high strike near the letters. No balls and 1 strike to count here to Norris.
What's interesting about Severino is that he was out of baseball in 2016, and then for most of 2017 before he was picked up by Bridgeport for 3 games.
Now a home in York. I got an interesting tidbit I forgot to tell you of the first 2 games. The 0-1 here from the right-hander. He holds, comes home, and this one a strike on the outside corner, 0-2. York, home of the York Peppermint Patty.
Really?
Yes, indeed, sir. Now it's owned by Hershey, but yes, that's where it was formed. And
wow.
I would say that I knew that since I've been here, but I only figured that out like 2 years ago.
So Hershey's Chocolate, Hershey's, Pennsylvania. Peppermint Patty, York, Pennsylvania.
Exactly.
How about that?
45 minutes away is Hershey Park. The 0-2 from the right-hander. This one is swung and fouled into the screen. And York also claims to be the tour capital of the world. There's not almost anything in that town you can't take a tour of. They've got a Harley factory. They got a barbell factory. They've got just about everything you can think of, and all tours.
Well, if they're home at the Peppermint Patty, I might have to make a trip down there. Not too far away in Syracuse. You know I have a sweet tooth as well, so I'd probably enjoy a visit to York.
And I went to Hershey Park a few years ago. You can get a giant Reese's peanut butter cup. It's like the size of my head. And giant Twizzlers. That's almost as big as you. There's one low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. There was even a Twizzler, like King Tut, like mask made out of Twizzlers.
I bet you that I'm still skinnier than whatever Twizzler they have up there in Pennsylvania.
It's a close race, I'll say that much. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. No score here, bottom of the first. Ira Liebman along with Will Scott. This one low and away. And again, second straight at bat for the Skeeters. Another good at bat here for Norris. This will be the 6th pitch coming in this at bat. Barnes had 7 pitches, who's now at first base. So you're talking about a guy that has wasted 12 pitches already, and he's not even through the second at bat. And this is what the Skeeters started out the season doing. Just long at bats, grinding out, burning out starting pitchers, getting into that bullpen early. Then their bullpen taking over with a lead. This one is fouled down the right side. Severino, 14 pitches, 7 for balls, 7 for strikes. So first 2 batters, 15 pitches now after that last one. Now 8 for strikes and 7 for balls. I mean, there's no way that he gets out of this inning with probably under 25 pitches. That's a quarter of your arsenal in the first. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Wouldn't be shocked to see Barnes go here. If it goes 3-2, he's definitely going to be off. Let's see what happens here on the 2-2 first.
Not a huge lead at first base.
The 2-2 curveball swung on, popped up left side. Zach Wilson, the third baseman, lost it for a second in the sun, but will grab it in foul territory about a third of the way down from the third baseline. And there is the second out. Well, Cordero remains at first. Matt Chavez will step in. Chavez, third in the league in hitting now. 362, a home run, 20 RBIs, and he is also first again in hits with 47. And he has really picked it back up after that phenomenal start. Chavez, 6 for 15, and even 400. Now the run scored in 3 RBIs. No score here, bottom of the first. Chavez steps in. Severino looks at Barnes. If Chavez should go down in the count, he will definitely be off at some point, Cordero. There's a strike on the outside. Kind of good fastball. No balls and 1 strike to count. It is now 17 pitches here in the first for Severino. 10 of them for strikes. Shadows now past home plate. Everybody else in the sun. Always feel here at Constellation Field, you want the opponent in the sun as long as they can stay there. That's the home field advantage. This one is low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
Well, you saw that sun affect Zach Wilson a little bit. Luckily for York, he was still able to make that catch. But yeah, that sun pretty brutal right now, and the only person that is not affecting is Tyler Clark, the catcher.
The left side, always difficult. Third, short, left field. This stadium was designed nicely. At this point, everybody in the seating bowl is in the sun except for behind the York Revolution dugout and towards the picnic area. But at a half an hour from now, everybody in the seating bowl will be in the shade. 2 balls and 1 strike to count here. 2 outs, 1 on, no score, bottom of the first. Final game of a 3-game series here between the York Revolution and your Sugar Land Skeeters. Severino about to deliver a pitch number 20 here in the first. The Skeeters have made him work, even if he gets out of this unscathed. The 2-1. Swung and missed 2-2. Chavez chased the ball low and away. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on. Again, no score here, bottom of the first, just underway.
Severino, not a guy that strikes out a lot of batters, just 20 Ks and 32 innings pitched. But a chance to get a big strikeout right here against Chavez. Try to get out of this inning.
Severino looks at first. Now looks at his catcher, Tyler Clark, who's going to set up away here. And the 2-2 from the right-hander. This one just low and away. Good eye by Chavez. Mentioned hitting very well. That was a tough pitch to lay off. Now 3-2. So Cordero at first will be off and running with the full count and two outs here in the bottom of the first. Extra base hit could score. Cordero as a first baseman. Michael Burgess will play behind the runner now. Payoff pitch. There goes Cordero as this one is hit to right but playable. The center fielder will jog over to right center and bring it down for the final out. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're through one inning of play here at Constellation Field, and there is no score.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
We move to the top half of the second in a scoreless contest. It'll be Zach Wilson, Jose Cuevas, and Travis Witherspoon here. Skeeters and York scoreless. Wilson, 264, 4 home runs, 14 RBIs. Wilson has hit in 6 of his last 7, but it doesn't always mean you're on a good roll, because during this 6 of 7 hitting streak, he's only got 1 hit in each of those 6 games, which is only good for a 240 mark, so sometimes hitting streaks are deceiving, Mr. Scott.
That's correct. He's only batting .225 in his last 10 games. 5th in the league in hitting last season, so it's just a matter of time before he gets out of this slump.
No balls and 1 strike, the 2-time Atlantic League All-Star. This one swung in, slow chopper to third. Cordero's got it, and Wilson looks like he's hurt himself. He is barely running down first.
Yeah, that was kind of bizarre. You saw Cordero take his time to make that throw at third base. Wilson with a slight jog. Hopefully he's not hurt, but yeah, it looked like he might have pulled something right there, Ira. He is limping off the field a little bit.
I'll see if he comes out to play third in the bottom of the inning, but that did not look pretty. Well, with 1 out and none on, Jose Cuevas will step in. 266, a home run, 8 RBIs. We are righty-righty matchup here for Skeeters right-hander, former big leaguer Dallas Beeler. What's going on here? Now, shortstop Alvaro Rondon was not in position. Well, in steps the right-hand hitting shortstop. Open stance from the right side. Fastball strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count here. No score here in the top of the second inning between the Skeeters and the Revolution. Final game of a 6-game homestand as well. Skeeters trying to go 4-2 on the homestand. This one is a strike on the outside corner. They really need to take this game well, because they're going on a very tough road trip. They're going to Somerset. First day is always a long day of travel with the transfer, then a day-night doubleheader and a morning-night doubleheader to be perfectly accurate. So not an afternoon and then a night contest, an early morning 11 a.m. contest, then a night game, as this one is swung on and missed, strike 3. Second K of the day, and there is 2 away. That is now 3 straight retired by Beeler. Now that'll bring in Travis Witherspoon, and then they travel a long travel to Southern Maryland, about 4 to 5 hours. So 3-3 on both road trips. You're hoping you can do at least that with that long travel. That's why it's important to go 4-2 on this homestand. No scorer here as Witherspoon steps in. 217 with a home run and 6 RBIs. That's one right down the middle for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count.
Well, you mentioned it, Ira. I mean, the reason that the team's not in first place right now over Lancaster is because they're an even 500 on the road. They're 9 games above 500 at home.
They 0-1. Check swing. Did he go? They appeal. He did. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Beeler a fastball 88 to 91, a changeup and a slurve. And if you can play 500 on the road but dominate at home, you're going to do very well over the course of any baseball season. The 0-2, high and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. No score here, top of the second inning. Beeler trying to keep it that way. Get his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. The 1-2 here by the right-hander. This one swung and a chopper towards short. Rondon has it. The throw to first in time. A great job by the big leaguer, Dallas Beeler. 4 straight. 2 groundouts and a strikeout. A 1-2-3 inning here for Beeler and the Skeeters. We move to the middle of the second, and we are still scoreless.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier Aveda Concept salon in Sugar Land, locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa, 281-980-5160, 281-980-5160.
Hi, I'm Ira Levin, voice of the Sugar Land Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugar Land's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time. Sugar Land, it doesn't get any sweeter! Bottom of the second inning. Skeeters are trying to strike first by sending up 5, 6, and 7. Dennis Phipps, Kyle Kapitza, and Courtney Hawkins. Phipps comes in at .311 with a home run and 9 RBIs. Phipps back to the DH spot after 2 games in right field. Last 12 games, 18 for 49, a .367 mark. 3 doubles, a home run, 8 RBIs, 6 walks as well. So he's been one of the Skeeters who's been doing that job with long plate appearances, drawing some walks. But the other Skeeters, well, they haven't done as much as they have done in the past. It looks like they're getting back into that swing. And speaking of swings, this one driven to deep center field. Going back is Witherspoon, and this one off the top of the wall. That's going to be a double here for Phipps. And he thinks it's a home run, but it is not. That is not the right call. And I can tell you, if it doesn't go over the batter's eye, it is not a home run. The umpires missed it. Part of the rules here at Constellation Field, they're going to call it a home run for Phipps, and it is 1-0 Skeeters. Second home run, RBI number 10.
Yeah, it hit the top of the wall and bounced over the tarp.
Well, that batter's eye, unless they have changed it for this year, which I do not think they have, it had to go over the batter's eye in the past. This one is high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Sun now halfway between home plate and the mound. The Skeeters strike first, and that is the recipe for success for Sugar Land. They are 16-4 when scoring first in the first 20 games, and the opponents score first. They're just 5-8. That's a good start. When hitting a home run, they're also 15-5. Without hitting a home run, 6-7. So both in effect right here. 1-1 the count to the left-hand hitting right fielder, Kyle Kapitza. This one is low. 2 balls and 1 strike. So 1 run. The first hit of the game was the home run by Phipps with the Skeeters. York, no runs on 1 hit. The 2-0. This one is swung and a miss. Excuse me, the 2-1 swung and a miss. 2-2 the count. And no wind at all. One of the reasons that one sailed out of here. And the other night, it had even been blowing in a little bit. It would have been held up. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. The right-hander, Severino, kicks, fires, and this one slammed down the left side. Foul, 2-2. Take a look at that pitch count on Severino. 28 pitches here. 16 of them for strikes. Skeeters doing a great job. 3 long at-bats by my count through the first 5. Check swing low and in, make that 4. 3-2 here. A full count here on Kubica. Kubica, last 5 games, 4 for 16, a 250 mark. Payoff pitch here by the right-hander. Swung and a bullet down the right side. Fair ball just inside the chalk line. It'll rattle around in the corner. Slipping is Mitchell. It'll be a double for Kubica. And the Skeeters in business here. A leadoff home run, now a double, and still nobody out. So for Kubica, that is his 11th double of the year. And leads the Skeeters, breaking a tie with Courtney Hawkins.
Well, the Skeeters appeared to have jumped on Severino a little bit here. Just had a 2.81 ERA coming in, but a home run and now a double from Kubica. Skeeters can break this one open here a little bit here in the second inning.
A double now ties him for second in the league with Devin Rodriguez of Southern Maryland. First pitch here to Courtney Hawkins. Speaking of, this one is inside. 1 ball and no strikes to count. And I got to tell you, this has Skeeter wearing out Severino very quickly in this game, written all over it. He is now at 30 pitches here with nobody out in the second inning. The 1-0 to the league's leading home run hitter. Broken bat. This may fall in, though, and it will. Going to third easily is Kubica. He'll stop. Had to make sure that one was going to drop in. The throw comes home. So Hawkins, even when he's completely fooled and shatters his bat, he still gets himself a single.
Well, that's back-to-back-to-back hits for the Skeeters, and now you got Anthony Jansanti coming up, our player of the game from last night. Like you said, this has a recipe for disaster written all over it for Severino. Still nobody out.
Jansanti, a huge night last night. He was 3 for 4, a double, 2 singles, and 4 RBIs. He drove in 4 of the 9 runs. Anthony will step in, 269 overall, 3 home runs, and 14 RBIs. Righty-righty matchup here. The first pitch here to Anthony is swung and foul down the right side. Skeeters so far, all 3 at-bats have been good ones in this inning.
Jansanti told me last night he's got a swagger back. Looked a lot more confident in the field and at the plate. Took an aggressive approach right there, swinging at the first pitch from Severino.
No balls and 1 strike to count here on Anthony Jansanti. The right-hander gets a side from his catcher, Tyler Clark, and there goes the runner, and is dropped by Clark and now gets away from him. But staying at third, is Kubica. It'll be a stolen base for Hawkins, who rarely takes off, and now second and third with nobody out, and a base hit could make this a 3-0 game.
That was Hawkins' first stolen base of the season, Ira.
A good time to kind of press your luck.
Well, now you got 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out for Jansanti. Went 3 for 4 last night.
Jansanti 4 for his last 10 now, and even 400, double 4 RBIs over his last 3 ball games. Open stance from the right side for the Skeeters second baseman. They will set up outside again here. And this one is tap foul just at the right of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Skeeters would love to get out to a 3-0 lead. Remember, last night it was York who scored a run in the first and 3 in the second. Skeeters trying to do the same here in the second. Already 1 in on the home run by Dennis Phipps, his second of the year. 1 run on 3 hits for the Skeeters, no runs on 1 hit for the Revolution. Infield in here for the Revs. This is very early. This one is hit into right center field. This could fall in. A long run by the center fielder. It will drop. Good fake. And they're going to throw a third. They may have Hawkins, but it is wide and gets past the third baseman. Hawkins is going to scamper home. 2 runs will score, and the Skeeters take a 3-0 lead. So Jan Santi pokes it into right field. What a fake by Witherspoon. He faked me out. I thought he might catch that on a line drive. Kubica had to hold up. Eventually comes home, and then Hawkins, who was racing for third and would have been a dead duck with a good throw, but it got past the third baseman, Zach Wilson, allowed Hawkins not only to score to make it 3-0, but for Jan Santi to get to second, and still nobody out. And now they're going to talk about this. What exactly are they talking about?
Well, the throw from Witherspoon actually hit Courtney Hawkins. That's how it got past the third baseman, Zach Wilson.
It doesn't matter. You can still keep running if a ball hits you. Unless they're saying he was out of the baseline, which I don't think he was.
Didn't look like it.
Let's see with this. Oh, boy. They're going to send, they're going to say 2 bases, so they're going to say that Jan Santi gets to go to third. So everything else is the same. The runs score. But Jan Santi, because the ball went out of the field of play, gets 2 bases, and he'll be on third base. And now a sac fly could make it 4-0 with nobody out here. That might be 2 errors. We'll see how they score that one. It will be a hit, and probably just 1 RBI for Jan Santi. This one is swung and hit down the left side, but that one is going to hook foul into the Wells Fargo Picnic Plaza.
In his previous 6 starts this season, Severino has yet to allow more than 3 earned runs. All the Skeeters need is a sac fly right here to get 4.
It's going to be tough here for Severino to get out of this inning. Still nobody out. This one fouled off into the net in front of us. Let's see if Jan Santi gets credit for, just a 1 RBI. So just 1 error, the E8, that allows Hawkins to come home and for Jan Santi to get to third. Rondon, no balls and 2 strikes to count. Came in 269, no home runs and 10 ribbies. They set up inside, this one high and tight. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Alvaro. Last 13 games, still hitting it well. 357, going 15 for 42.
He's also second in the Atlantic League with 5 sacrifice hits. Might be 6 right here soon.
The 1-2 here to the left end, hitting shortstop. This one way inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Skeeters leading 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. So it was York after scoring a run in the first yesterday and 3 in the second. Skeeters returned the favor. 3 runs here in the third. And the way Beeler's pitching, that might be plenty to hand it to the bullpen. The right-hander Severino fires, and this one is swollen and foul back into the right. Another good at bat here as Rondon will see a 6th pitch. That is now 40 pitches for Severino here in the second with nobody out. Skeeters getting back to their old ways, and they can burn through pitchers when they're on their game. 2-2 coming here to the left-hand hitter. They're going to set up low and away, and the 2-2 swung and hit into center. This should be plenty deep enough for the speedy Jan Santi. The center fielder Witherspoon grabs it. He will fire it as hard as he can to the plate, but it's cut off by first baseman Michael Burgess, and the Skeeters take a 4-0 lead. Sac fly and an RBI for Alvaro, his 10th ribby of the season. Took an RBI just to get an out here for the right-hander Dominic Severino. As we go back to the top of the order with Barrett Barnes, who led off this game and really set the tone with a walk in the first. And despite the Skeeters not scoring in the first, Barnes had a 6-pitch at bat. Cordero had a great at bat. Norris had a great at bat. They made him throw 20 pitches by the time it was even over. And nobody scored. Nobody got past second. And it's carried over here. This one is a little bit high to Barnes. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Barrett came in at 265 with 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. Barnes last year with Indianapolis, AAA for the Pittsburgh Pirates, hit 247 with a home run, 10 RBIs, just 31 games for the former first-round draft pick, 45th overall in 2012 out of Texas Tech. Former Red Raider, was an all-Big 12 team, 3 seasons while a member of Texas Tech. 2 balls and no strikes to count here to Barnes. This one is a fastball, a little bit inside. 3 balls and no strikes to count. And Barnes doing his thing again here. Already a league-leading 24 walks. Walked his first time up. Looking for number 25 right here. 4-0. Skeeters in front here in the bottom of the second. Only 1 away. Got a leadoff home run by Dennis Phipps. An RBI single by Jan Sante and an error by the center fielder, as this one is a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Good hitters count here for Barnes. Barnes not just a speedy leadoff guy. He has power, already 2 on the season. The 3-1. This one a strike on the outside corner. That'll run the count 3-2. Barnes just hit that second home run just last night in his second at bat. Payoff pitch here to Barnes. Swan, and this one foul back and above us. That will make the roof.
Well, another good at-bat from Barnes, forcing a payoff pitch for the second straight at-bat. Walked his first time up. See what he can do here.
You will see a 7th pitch here. Again, the 3-2 by Severino. Swan and a bullet down the left field line. That is going to drop in, and now, whoa, tough play by Silva in left. I don't know, A, how he caught up to that, B, it almost bounced off his mid and over his head. It's going to be a very long single by Barnes, but he's been on base both times. So a walk and now a single. And the Skeeters only a triple away from the cycle here in the second as Albert Cordero steps in. Now the catcher, Tyler Clark, will come out and speak to his pitcher. And they're going to call this a trip to the mound. What do you know?
How about that?
Home plate umpire Michael Durantis making note in his little book. Eric Davis, by the way, at first. Brian Page is the third base umpire. Cordero, the Skeeters switch hitting third baseman, will bat here from the left side against the right-hander. Now, what are your thoughts on switch hitters? Switch hitters, some will say that, 90% of the time you're going to face a right-hander, because there's more righties of the world, so you're going to bat from the left side. So with all that extra work that has to go into batting from the right side, for the few lefties you're going to face, some guys don't feel it's worth it. What do you think?
Well, for Cordero, it's been worth it because he's batting .354. But we normally don't see as many switch hitters in the game now, so it's nice to see Cordero batting from the right side here.
Well, if you had a son that was, 5 or 6 years old, would you teach him to switch hit?
Absolutely.
The 1-0 coming here from the right-hander. This one way outside as Clark had to come out of the crouch. 3 balls and no strikes. And the pitches are piling up here in the second for Severino. 50 pitches already, 30 for strikes. You can see him laboring in the hot sun out there. The shadows are not across the mound. They're at the base of his feet right now. And with 4 already in here in the second, it probably seems a lot hotter. They're going to set up inside the 2-0 to Cordero. Swollen and rope foul down the right side. That will carry him back onto the field. Brett Marshall coaching first when he's not on the mound.
Being a switch hitter just adds to what Cordero can do. He can play third base, he can catch, and he can bat from either side. And he's getting hits doing it.
Well, there are some guys who eventually abandon it because they're just not hitting well from one side.
Yeah.
Even Pete Rose eventually stopped hitting from the right side. The 2-1. This one outside. 3 balls and 1 strike, and another lopsided count for Severino. Barnes, you never know, could go here. A lot of managers like the 3-1 hit and run count. I personally don't. Because if it's a ball, and it's ball 4, so you don't have to worry about it anyway. If it's a strike, then 3-2, you have a perfect hit and run count to go on next time. This one a strike on the outside corner, so now 3-2. So now if you want to hit and run, I think it would be more ideal. Skeeters third base coach Juice flashing a few signs. Let's see if there's anything up here. What do you say? Yay or nay on the hit and
I
run?
think he's going.
Let's see here. Barnes has hands on his knees. No indication that he's going. Slight lean. There he goes. Swung and missed, strike 3. The throw down to second is in time. A strike him out, throw him out. Barnes thought he got in under the tag. The umpire says differently. It'll be a 2-6 caught stealing, and the Skeeters are. They score 4 times. They get 4 hits. The big blow, the home run leading off this inning by Dennis Phipps, his second of the year. And through 2, it is the Skeeters 4 and the York Revolution nothing.
So there I was.
Where can
just
you go to
minding my
beat the
own
heat and
business
enjoy
when
some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugar Land and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Well, we move to the top half of the third inning. Skeeters have given Dallas Beeler a 4-0 lead to work with. Beeler has retired 6 of the first 7 batters he has faced in this one, allowing just a single to Wellington Dotel. It'll be Ruby Silva, Tyler Clark, and Jared Mitchell, 8, 9, and 1 here against the former big leaguer. Silva, 236, a home run, and 7 RBIs. Batting here from the left side against the tall right-hander. First pitch right down the middle for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to count. If you're Beeler, will just rear back, throw, paint your corners, and you're in good shape.
Well, it's funny because he never had a lead to work with in his dominant performance against Long Island. Now he's got a 4-run lead.
This one a strike at the knees. The old dewdrop in there. Good bender. No balls and 2 strikes to count here on Silva. Shadows now at the base of Beeler's feet, so he will benefit from the long inning. This one on the inside corner, strike 3. Froze him. Strikeout per inning now, 1 in each of the first 3. Third K of the day, and there is 1 away. There's also 5 straight retired by Beeler. That'll bring in the switch hitting catcher, the 6'5" Tyler Clark. So a couple of big boys going at here, both at 6'5" in Beeler and Clark. Clark, 195, a home run, and 5 RBIs. First pitch by Dallas, high and outside. Now, if you have never listened to a Skeeters game, first of all, shame on you. Secondly, you would say, well, Beeler, he must be from Texas. His first name is Dallas, but he is not. He's an Oklahoma boy. His mom was a teacher, and she heard the name Dallas from one of her students and just liked it. This one is swung and a missed. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Where'd your mom get Will from? Is it family or she just liked the name?
I am technically William Scott III, but all different middle names. So
WS3. Nice.
That's what I'm saying.
The 1-1. This one swung and a miss. I thought you couldn't be a second or a third unless you had the same middle name also.
Well, I'm not the third, technically.
So you basically just lied to me. Blatantly.
Kind of, but I am the third in line for the family to be called William Scott.
So you're in line for the throne, is that what you're telling me?
Not quite.
The 1-2. Nice one on the outside corner, strike 3, and Beeler is dialing it up a notch here. Strikes out the first 2 he faces in the third. He has struck out 3 of the last 4 overall. Well, 4th K of the day, 2 away. We go back to the top of the order with Jared Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell has hit in 11 of his last 12 games, going 17 for 50, a 340 mark. Overall, 278, 3 home runs, and 11 RBIs. Skeeters leading 4-0 here in the top half of the third inning. Open stance from the left side for Mitchell. And squares here, but takes it low and in. 1 ball and no strikes to count.
Well, it's funny, Ira, because you mentioned that, Beeler is from Oklahoma and named Dallas. So is Dallas Keuchel. In fact, they're both Tulsa guys. So there's something about Major League pitchers named Dallas that are from Oklahoma.
So how many Oklahomans are named Dallas who are pitchers?
I don't have that number for you now, but we'll get Ryan Posner on that immediately.
He can find just about everything, can he? 1 ball and 1 strike to count here. Skeeters leading 4-0 here in the top of the third. Beeler looking for his second straight 1-2-3 inning. This one right down Broadway for a strike, 1 and 2. Now you're from Sugar Land. What would be the equivalent of right down Broadway? Right down 6, right down 59, right down 90?
It'd have to be Highway 6, especially since the stadium runs, Highway 6 runs by the stadium.
Highway 6 and 90 we're on the corner of. This one just a little bit low. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count here. 2 outs. Skeeters leading 4-0, top of the third.
What do you think? Would it be 90 for you or Highway 6?
I don't know. It's a close call. I think Highway 6 is used more.
Yeah.
Hence when they always say right down Main Street. I guess 6 would be the main street. And there is no Main Street. The 2-2. This one in the dirt. That'll run the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4-0 Skeeters here in the top of the third. Trying to take 2 of 3 here from the Revolution. They already took 2 of 3 from the Ducks on this homestand, including a 1-0 win and a 1-0 loss. The payoff pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3 as Beeler strikes out the side in order. His 5th K of the day, and there are 3 away. He has also struck out 4 of the last 5 batters. Game, as are the Skeeters, middle of the third inning. Skeeters leading 4-0 in this one.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that will bring your baseball memories to life. Find stories that will inspire and surprise. Cooperstown is where you, your family, and your friends can relive baseball's greatest moments and honor the all-time greats of the game. See all that the Hall of Fame and Museum has to offer and plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Skeeters have a 4-0 lead. Now we're trying to add to it here in the bottom of the third. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for Sugar Land. Derek Norris, Matt Chavez, and Dennis Phipps. So Norris will lead it off for Sugar Land. He fouled out to the third baseman his first time up. Norris, 243, 3 home runs, 18 ribbies. He will try to add to some of those totals here. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Skeeters, no runs on 1 hit for York. Revolution have committed 1 error, the Skeeters have not. By the way, Beeler has only thrown 32 pitches through 3 innings. The opposite here, Severino, is over the 50 mark already. First pitch a strike, no balls and 1 strike here to Norris. Norris very slightly open stance. His feet fairly close together. This one is low, 1-1. Guess they're not as close together as they are not that far apart, if that makes sense. Guys usually have much wider open stances. They'll set up inside the 1-1. Swung in chop foul. That one just past the York dugout down the left field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count here.
You mentioned before the game, Ira, the Skeeters need to take better at-bats, be more patient in the box, and they have done exactly that, and is a big reason they're up 4-0 here early.
1-2 on number 33, Derek Norris. Severino at 58 pitches. This one is fouled down the left side, so this next pitch will be pitch number 60. Last year with Tampa Bay, Norris hit .201, 9 home runs, 24 RBIs in 53 games. Made his debut in 2012 with the A's. Also spent some time with the Padres. He's had a very good big league career so far. Was selected to the 2014 Major League Baseball All-Star team. This one is low and away. I got to look up that roster, see some of the guys he played with. That was when he was with the A's. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Severino winds and deals the 2-2. Swung on and skied into left field. Silva having trouble finding it. Now he does. Back pedals near the warning track and brings it down in left field for the first out.
Last night, that one might have been a home run, Ira. Silva tracked that one down right short of the warning track, and we saw the wind blow a couple out last night.
So with 1 out, none on here in the bottom of the 3rd, the Skeeters leading 4-0. Matt Chavez will step in. The cleanup hitter, 0 for 1, flew out to right his first time up. Four runs on 5 hits for the Skeeters, no runs on 1 hit for the Revolution. This one is a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes to count here. Severino still working at a quick pace despite being down 4-0 in this one. The 1-0. This one is a fastball a little low and away. Correction, that is 2-0. No wind at all. There was a little bit of wind when this one started, about 4 miles an hour. Now all the flags in right center field completely limp. The 2-0 from Severino. This one is fouled off to the right side. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Chavez last year led the league, not the Atlantic League, and he led the American Association in RBIs. 84 in 84 games. Can average 1 RBI per game anywhere. In good shape. The 2-1 hit hard to 3rd. Flagging it is Wilson. He'll fling it sidearm to 1st, and there's 2 down. So 2 outs, none for Dennis Phipps, who last time up homered to dead center here at Constellation Field, 405 plus feet away. And that is a blast. There are very few balls that ever leave Constellation Field to dead center. Show you how strong Phipps is.
Well, you mentioned at 405 to center field. That was probably 405.5 feet because that hit right on the wall in outfield.
This one is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strikes. The homer is the 2nd of the season for Phipps. Also his 10th RBI. Skeeters are leading 4-0 here in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. They set up outside, and this one an off-speed pitch that catches the corner. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Severino closing in on 70 pitches here. Still working quickly, though. The 1-1 is low and away. 2 balls and a strike.
Being that there's no wind definitely helped Phipps on that home run to deep center. No wind again on this at-bat. Let's see what he can do here.
The 2-1 here to Phipps. Swung and chopped towards 3rd. Wilson again has it to his left. He'll throw it sidearm to 1st, and that'll do it. Inning. The first 1-2-3 inning of the game for Severino. And the Skeeters are done here. That is 4 straight retired by the York right-hander. a third of the way through, end of the third inning. It is the Skeeters 4 and the York Revolution nothing.
Want to watch a Skeeters game in style? We have just what you need. Our game day suites are ideal for entertaining clients, rewarding employees, networking, and even celebrating personal milestones. Let us make it easy for you. Suite rentals come with food and soft drinks, parking privileges, and even access to our Insperity Club. Drinking packages are also available. To plan your event, call us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field, Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
We move to the top of the fourth. Skeeters in front by 4 to roll you through the next 2. Mr. Scott himself has the calm. Will Scott, it's all yours.
Thank you, my friend. Skeeters leading 4-0 here as we start the top half of the 4th inning. Alexi Casilla up to bat for the Revolution. He struck out his first time up, one of Beeler's 5 strikeout victims. 0-1 count to Alexi Casilla. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alexi Casilla 9 for his last 19. Went 2 for 5 yesterday. Batting .341 in his last 10 games. The 1-1 to the former major leaguers upstairs. Beeler, of course, a former major leaguer with Chicago. And then Alexi Casilla, former major leaguer with the Orioles and most notably the Twins for 6 seasons. 2-1 on the way to Alexi Casilla. That one is chopped toward the first baseman Chavez. The flip to Beeler is going to be close, and Beeler steps on the bag in time for out number 1. Great speed showcased right there by Casilla. Made it closer than I originally thought it was going to be.
Yeah, Casilla's speed kind of rushed the throw. Chavez, I thought, probably would have taken himself in most cases, but Beeler, a nice feed and just beats the speed of Casilla, so Beeler took a good beeline to first. No pun intended there.
Not bad. Wellington Dotel, the designated hitter, steps in to bat for the Revolution. Like Ira mentioned earlier, currently on a 14-game hit streak, and he extended that hit streak to 15 games in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 right there from Beeler.
I think Dotel was pointing that was outside.
Beeler has retired 7 straight batters now, trying to make it 8 against the talented Wellington Dotel. Dotel looks at strike 2 right there.
I don't think he is pleased at all. I don't think he agreed with either one. Now finds himself in an 0-2 hole.
Appeared to paint the outside corner was Beeler on that last pitch. Delivers the 0-2. No question about that one. That was low for a ball. Dotel used to playing in this Texas Heat, Ira. He spent 2 seasons with El Paso in the American Association in 2012 and 2013.
Were they the Diablos?
That's right.
They were the Diablos before they became the Chihuahuas.
And then he played for Rio Grande Valley in 2010 and 2011. If anyone can handle this heat from the Revolution, it's him. Fouls that one off down the right side toward the spring-free trampolines and right field bleachers. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wellington Dotel. Norris setting up Tad inside. That one is chopped foul down the left-hand side. Dotel spent 4 years in the Mariners organization. Actually was with the Bluefish for 3 seasons as well. He hit .340 in 2015 with Bridgeport, .335 in 2016, hit .271 in just 43 games last year, but he hasn't been signed. Quite surprising. He's been a very productive player in the Atlantic League over the past few seasons. Beeler delivers, and that one's fouled off again down the right-hand side.
Dotel's played a lot of winter ball in the Mexican League, and he's left the Atlantic League in the middle of the season a few times to go play in the Mexican League.
Was with the Skeeters at the start of the season, just played 8 games. Beeler winds and deals, and it's hit toward Rondon at short. Delivers the first base, and Chavez, and he got it. Nice throw right there from Rondon for out number 2.
There's now 9 straight retired by Beeler. And Beeler's thrown just 42 pitches through 3 2/3. I mean, getting 10 pitches under per inning is unbelievable.
He hasn't gone further than 6 innings pitched this season. That was, of course, in the last start against Long Island, but he's definitely in position to get into at least the 7th inning right here. In steps Michael Burgess, the first baseman for the Revolution. Cleanup hitter today. And he looks at ball 1 outside. Burgess has been a very productive player for the Revolution for the past couple of seasons. This is his 3rd season in York. Hit .264 with 17 homers and 66 RBIs last year, part of that championship team. And he looks at ball 2 inside from Beeler right there. But he's been really struggling thus far, Ira. Currently in an 0 for 14 slump.
That's a big 0 for. Also 1 for his last 27.
He's batting .186 on the season. The 2-0. That hits the inside corner for a strike to Michael Burgess. His last affiliated action was with AA Bowie, Baltimore's AA team in 2015. He just hit .162 in 24 games there. 2-1 pitch to Michael Burgess. Right over the plate for strike 2. So Dallas Beeler trying to retire his 10th straight batter for another 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 4th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Skeeters up 4-0. The pitch from Beeler. Chopped toward Jansanti at second. Scoops it up, throw to Chavez at first. Route number 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for York. Dallas Beeler, wheeling and Beeler. We head to the bottom of the 4th when we get back.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long, right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Skeeters leading 4-0 over York as we start the bottom of the fourth inning. Skeeters scored all 4 of their runs in the second inning. Dennis Phipps hit a homer, and Jan Santi and Rondon also had some RBIs. In steps Kyle Kubica, the right fielder, and he swings and misses at the first offering from Severino. Severino still on the bump for the Revolution. He's allowed a season high in runs in this start. The 0-1 to Kubica. That one is fouled out of play down the left field side.
Over 70 pitches now. It's 71. You got to think if he gets through 5, that's probably going to be it.
He'd be lucky to get through 5 with the Skeeters hitting the ball they have the way they have in this game.
Well, he hasn't gotten 15 pitches in any inning yet.
Kubica skies one to right field. Jared Mitchell tracks it down and makes the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Courtney Hawkins, who singled his last time up, a part of that big 4-run inning. Hawkins, of course, the Atlantic League leader in home runs and RBIs. Hawkins had 2 RBIs last night, adding to that total, so that makes it 32 RBIs now. He singled his first time up, like I just mentioned. First pitch on the way to Hawkins. Inside, it said he hit his elbow, and it did. So Hawkins will head to first base as the first pitch from Severino hits him. Looks like it barely caught his elbow right there.
Yeah, Barry Bonds made a living out of that. That's why they really started talking about how big that elbow pad should be, because players started using it as offense. They stood all over the plate. They hung over the plate, and either they're going to hit you or you're going to get a hit off of them. So it almost became a dual weapon for hitters.
Yeah. It's important to have that to prevent injury, but at the same time, you're going to see more guys get hit by that elbow pad.
Or you could just stand off the plate like normal batters used to. Nobody ever stood that close. I mean, you did that in the old days against Gibson or Drysdale. You would have been knocked down unconscious.
Jan Santi now batting for Sugarland. He also singled his first time up. Hits that one toward Cuevas. That's going to be a double play. 6-4-3 double play. And just like that, there's that is the end of the inning. Out. No, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base, no hits, no runs for Sugarland as we come back in a moment.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Sweet 96 is a brand new radio station designed just to serve Sugarland and Fort Bend County. But we can't build the best without your help. Spread the word about our good work and we'll do the same. Like us on Facebook at Sweet 96 FM or drop us an email at our website, sweet96.com. Together, we will build a better city and Fort Bend County. If it's important to you, it's important to us at the all-new Sweet 96.
Are you buying or selling a home in Longmeadow Farms, Aliana, Waterside Estates, Pecan Grove, New Territory, Greatwood, or Harvest Green? Depend on Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors at 281-777-1907. A multi-million-dollar producer and Fort Bend County real estate expert, Kim is uniquely qualified with a proven track record of success and almost 20 years of satisfied customers. Kim Halstead and Coldwell Banker United Realtors, 281-777-1907.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. Skeeters still leading 4-0 here as we begin the 5th inning. Zach Wilson, the third baseman, will lead things off. He's due up along with Jose Cuevas and Travis Witherspoon. Wilson grounded out his first time up. Batting .264 on the season with 4 home runs and 14 RBIs. First pitch on the way from Dallas Beeler. Jansanti with the shift fields that and throws over to first for out number 1. So that's 11 straight now retired from Dallas Beeler.
That was a huge shift. Jansanti, the second baseman, fielded that on the left side, the shortstop side of second base.
Yeah, Jansanti was perfectly positioned. Hardly had to move to make that play. Jose Cuevas, the shortstop, steps in for the Revolution. He struck out his first time up. Batting .266 on the year. First pitch to Cuevas is a strike. Cuevas, though, batting .333 in his last 10 games. Had 3 RBIs last night. That strikeout earlier was only his 4th strikeout in the last month. 0-1 pitch to the shortstop for the Revolution. Sky to left center field. Courtney Hawkins is able to make the grab. 2 down here. Beeler looking for another 1-2-3 inning with Travis Witherspoon, who has struggled mightily. Comes up to bat for the Revolution.
The last and only batter to reach in this game was Wellington Dotelli, 2-out single in the first. Looking for his 4th straight 1-2-3 inning.
And if he can keep that pitch count low, perhaps might go even more than 7 innings here. He has yet to go past 6 in an outing this season. Kicks and fires the pitch to Witherspoon outside. Witherspoon just batting .108 in his last 10 games. He has struck out 35 times in 25 games this year. Quite surprising because he has an excellent 2017 campaign with York. And he's looking like the old Travis Witherspoon right there as he lines one between left and center field. Rounding first, going to second is Witherspoon. He's going to go all the way to third base. The throw will not be in time. It is a triple for Travis Witherspoon.
I would say his first of the season.
Gets out of a huge slump.
It's kind of amazing. Got a triple. Ball hit to left center, not to right center.
It looks like Hawkins had some trouble with that between left and center field. That's why Witherspoon was able to round second, head to third. So that breaks up a streak of 12 straight retired from Dallas Beeler's Ruby Silva, who has been hot as of late. Comes up to bat for the Revolution. Struck out his first time up. First pitch on the way. That one is fouled off down the left side.
Next pitch by Beeler will be pitch number 55 here in the 5th.
It's averaging, what, about 11 per inning?
Yep. It's incredible.
I was able to do math there. I didn't even take a math class my freshman year at Syracuse. How about that?
So you're not good at math or Spanish. Well, what is your forte? Science?
Not really.
Strike 3. What is your forte then? One class you get in. History?
I did good in my journalism class this past year.
Thank goodness for that.
It's really what's important, doing well in those classes up at the Newhouse School.
What was your favorite class in high school?
Is it possible to not have a favorite class? Okay, you know what?
I think you've pretty much asked my question.
John Williams' Stake, our statistician, I'm going to have to say government. I actually did really enjoy that class. That was during the election, which made it a little bit more fun and interesting. The 1-1 is swung on and missed. Excuse me, that was a 1-2 pitch. Swung 7 strikeouts for Dallas Beeler. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, Skeeters leading 4-0.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, SWATs and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really matter.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Hi, I'm Ira Levin, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time. Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter!
The 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up for Sugarland as we start the bottom half of the 5th inning. Skeeters have held York scoreless as they are up 4-0. Alvaro Rondon now in the box for the Skeeters. Dominic Severino still on the mound here to begin the 5th. He's looked a lot better since that 2nd inning. First pitch on the way to Rondon is skied to center field. Witherspoon gets under it and makes the catch for out number 1. That is, let's see, 9 straight batters retired from Severino. Well, I did math wrong. How about that? It's 8 straight retired.
Oh, you got one math problem, right? Already.
1 is a miracle. I did all right in geometry. I'll say that. Algebra was...
So you can't do basic math, but you can do geometry.
Exactly. I'm weird. Barrett Barnes swings at the first pitch. Sky deep to center field, and Witherspoon for the 2nd straight time making the catch. This time just shy of the warning track. So 2 pitches and 2 outs here to start the bottom of the 5th inning.
Well, that should get Severino through 5. I guess you push him to his 6 because he is still not quite at 80 pitches yet. No action in the Revolution bullpen.
Albert Cordero, 0 for 1 so far today with the fielder's choice. First pitch on the way to Cordero is outside. Cordero batting .323 over his last 7 games, which feels pretty low compared to his overall mark at .354. First pitch on the way, or excuse me, second pitch on the way to Cordero's down and out and inside. Skeeters leading 4-0 here. Skeeters have 4 runs on 5 hits. York no runs on 2 hits. Wind blowing slightly from left field. And that's 3 straight balls from Severino.
And this next pitch will be pitch number 80.
Severino has not allowed a walk since the first batter with Barnes. A 3-0 right over the plate for strike 1. And I think he mentioned it, he'd only allowed 1 walk in his last 4 games.
Yes, indeed. Very accurate pitcher.
The 3-1. And that is another walk. 2nd of the night and the first since the first inning in Barnes. So Cordero gets on with 2 down here in the 5th inning. In steps Derek Norris, 2 flyouts for him thus far today. 243 on the season with 3 homers and 18 RBIs. Went 0 for 3 yesterday, still trying to get his first hit today. Cordero with a slight lead at first base. Setting up outside is Green. He paints the outside corner for strike 1. Skeeters leading York 4-0. Second pitch from Severino on the way to Derek Norris. Norris fouls that one off behind home plate. Severino, obviously a Central Connecticut State alum. I got a chance to cover them last year at the TCU Regional. They were down 9-1 going into the 9th inning. They come all the way back, make it 9-8 with the bases loaded, and TCU strikes out the last guy. But give them, I was at the ballpark until 3 a.m., so wasn't a huge fan of that game, but it was one of the most unbelievable games I've ever seen.
You could live with yourself if you tie it and lose in extra innings, but coming up a 1-run short after all that.
Norris fouls that one off. Still 0-2. I mean, TCU, you know, they're the 1 seed. Central Connecticut State was the 4 seed. They thought they had it in the bag, and Central Connecticut hit a grand slam to make it 9-5. And I'm like, okay, well, TCU still has it. And they kept getting hit after hit after hit. Made it really, really interesting. That game started at 10 and ended at 3 a.m. The 0-2. A little bit outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to the former Major League All-Star Derek Norris. Albert Cordero at first base. Pretty big gap in between left and center field. Ruby Silva and Witherspoon. The 1-2. That's also fouled off. So after 2 pitches and 2 outs, Severino has had some trouble since. He walked Cordero, and now he's in a battle with Derek Norris. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. There was no wind earlier in this game when Phipps hit that home run to deep center. Norris looks at ball 2 outside. Skeeters 4 runs on 5 hits. York no runs on 2 hits with 1 error. That 1 error got Jansanti all the way to third base on what was just a single. Norris trying to keep the inning alive for Sugarland. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch from Severino on the way. That one's fouled off once again. Derek Norris continues to battle here in this at-bat. Cordero still at first base. Would be interested to see if he might try to steal. He only has 1 stolen base this whole season, though. The 2-2 pitch to Norris is hit deep to left field, but that's going to be foul. That one reached the Wells Fargo Picnic Plaza. Would have been a home run had it stayed fair. It's just about maybe 30 feet left of the Aero Plumbing sign. This is the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Norris hanging tough. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Severino kicks and fires, and that's skied. Believe that's going to be out of play toward the press box. And for a second, Ira, I thought we might have had a chance at getting that.
It's going to take some ricochet to go below us and then come back up.
Would it be possible if it just landed straight in the press box?
Nope.
Oh, you're right, because we got the row above us. It's literally impossible. We need a very good bounce to get one up here.
Here comes Mark Mason and his trainer. Might have discovered something with Severino. Looks like action has begun in the York bullpen, and sometimes this is just a stall tactic without having to waste a visit to the mound. And that looks like Zach Treese out there, and it is. Former Long Island Duck. We saw him the other night.
Severino's kind of extending his left arm when the trainers came over.
And Treese is warming up in a hurry. He is getting the ball back, rocking and firing, trying to get ready quickly.
Well, he won't need to come out if Severino can just get this final out of Norris, but a walk or a base hit, Treese will more than likely relieve Severino. Still a 2-2 count to Derek Norris. 10th pitch of the at-bat on the way from Severino. And it's going to be a ball just missed on the outside.
This is some great at-bat by Norris, and Skeeters have been doing this all night. You give Severino credit for still being in this game. They have made him throw in a lot of pitches.
This is the rubber match of this 3-game set. Skeeters lost the first night and then won last night in what was a roller coaster game. The 3-2, there goes Cordero, and that one is smoked to center field. That's going to be extra bases for Derek Norris. He rounds first, jogging into second base. Cordero will score, and it is a 5-0 game. Derek Norris with the RBI double.
Norris comes through in a super long at-bat, and he comes through on the 12th pitch of the at-bat. Gets his 10th double of the season.
How about that? Derek Norris kept battling, kept fouling him off, extended the at-bat to 12 pitches. He waited for the right one, and he took advantage, extending Sugar Land's lead to 5. In steps Matt Chavez. Derek Norris now at second base after that double. Runner in scoring position, trying to make it even a larger lead. Surprised Severino still out there. Chavez looks at the first offering for a strike from Severino. Chavez batting .352 on the season, 1 home run, 20 RBIs. He's flown out and grounded out in this one. The 0-1 from Severino. Down and outside for a ball. Chavez batting an even .400, 6 for 15 in his last 4 games. 3 RBIs in his last 4 as well, trying to make it 4 RBIs in his last 5 if he can get a base hit here. And why Norris was able to get a double out of that is there's a huge gap, like I mentioned earlier, between left and center field, Silva and Witherspoon. And
you know, I see more teams do this and don't understand this. A right-handed hitter is up. Why is the center fielder not to the left of second? Witherspoon is so far to the right of second and center field. Norris could have run all night. If you're going to play the percentages that a right-hander is going to hit it to left or left center.
Well, I thought they might adjust it after it just cost them on that Norris double, but
it's not just them. I see almost every team do this.
2 balls, 1 strike to Matt Chavez. Swung on and missed at the pitch down low for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Matt Chavez. Skeeters leading 5-0 after that Norris double that scored Cordero.
97 pitches now for Severino. This is certainly going to be his last inning. It could be his last batter if he does not get Chavez.
Well, he retired 9 straight before that Cordero walk. And then Norris, on the 12th pitch of the at-bat, hit a double. The 2-2. And that is outside for a ball. Treese still warming in the Revolution bullpen. Thought we may see him after Norris reached. Severino trying to get out of this 5th inning. He's allowed 5 runs. Payoff pitch upcoming to Matt Chavez, the cleanup hitter for the Skeeters. Severino kicks and deals, and that is a walk. Matt Chavez will reach. Skeeters still in business here in the 5th inning. 2 runners on, 2 outs, and the 2-out rally continues.
It looks like York manager Mark Mason's going to leave him in. I have to think this is his last batter. Either way, Severino now at 99 pitches, so he'll be over the century mark during this at-bat here to Phipps.
Dennis Phipps, last time up, grounded out, but his first time up, he hit a home run to deep center. Off of Severino, of course. That's only the 4th home run Severino's allowed this season. First pitch on the way to the 5-hole hitter, and did he check his swing? He did. 1 ball, no strikes to Dennis Phipps.
I thought he might have gone through there. Haven't gotten a break.
I talked to Matt Sergey before the game. I'm like, look, he played with Phipps in Laredo. Surely you're not surprised by this start from him. He's like, oh, not at all. None of the guys that played in Laredo with Phipps are surprised that he's been able to do this well. The 1-0. That's outside for a ball.
Now Pete and Cavilla wanted him over here in a big way. Played for Pete 2 years ago in Laredo with Sergey and Rondon, as well as Kyle Winkler.
The 2-0 pitch to the former Cincinnati Red. Swung on and missed. Big cut right there from Dennis Phipps. Swinging away there on 2-0. Now 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 runners on. Chavez at first, Norris at second for the Skeeters. Sugarland leading 5-0 here as time is called. Dallas Beeler has pitched a Jim Severino. Not so much. A rough second inning and now having trouble here in the 5th. Dennis Phipps, that's going to be an RBI. Gets past the diving Casilla. Chavez rounds second. He heads to third base, and that is an RBI single for Dennis Phipps. RBI number 9 on the season for Phipps. Make that RBI number 11 after that home run earlier. And that might be it for Dominique Severino here. Sugarland leading 6-0, and Severino's night is done. We'll tell you the new pitcher for York when we return. Sugarland leading 6-0.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, SWATs and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music in a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
We are Salon Evan and Day Spa. Go Skeeters!
Well, it is the 28-year-old right-hander Zach Treese who will come on here. Number 9 is 6'3", 210 from Hot Springs, Arizona originally. Played for the Ducks last year. So far this season has not gone as well for him. 0-1 with a 16.87 ERA. This is his 7th appearance. In 5 1/3, he has struck out 6. He has walked 3, but allowed 14 hits in those 5 1/3, so 3 hits per inning. Way too much. Last time out was in this series in York's 3-2 Game 1 win. He went 2/3 of an inning, no runs, 1 hit, no walks, 1 K, faced 3 batters.
In steps Kyle Kubica to face Treese. He is singled and flown out to right field. 1 for 2 on the day with 2 outs here. Skeeters have sent 4 straight on base after there was 2 outs, nobody on in the 5th, and they've been able to get 2 runs out of that. The Eric Norris with the RBI double. Dennis Phipps just now with the RBI single. And that first pitch way inside to Kyle Kubica. Kubica last 5 games, 4 for 16, batting .250. 5th in the Atlantic League with 22 RBIs. And he looks at strike 1 from Treese. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on the corners for Kyle Kubica, the right fielder. And he skies that one to left field. It appears Ruby Silva has a play on it, and he does. Skeeters, 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on. They lead 6-0 over the Revolution.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Trying to plan a fun corporate or family event? Let us help. With our group packages here at Constellation, we have everything you need for fun, friendly, family, affordable entertainment. No matter what size the group, we have options for you, like our picnic plaza with our in-ground pool and even a 2-hour food buffet. The Skeeters can customize an outing to fit all your needs. To plan your event, call us here at 281-240-HITS or log on to sugarlandskeeters.com.
Dallas Beeler has been dealing today as we begin the top of the 6th inning. Let's throw it back to the voice of the Skeeters, Ira Lehman.
Thank you very much, Mr. Scott. 9-1-2 here for the Revolution. Skeeters are leading now 6-0 after scoring a pair in the bottom of the 5th. Tyler Clark, 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. He was the 4 of 6 strikeouts that Beeler has. Switch hitter batting here. Excuse me, he is not a switch hitter anymore, batting from the right side only these days. First pitch is sky to left field. Hawkins underneath it. The left fielder now coming in, still coming in, brings it down for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for the unbelievably efficient Dallas Beeler today.
Well,
even after that, he is unbelievably at 58 pitches here in the 6th inning with 1 away.
I was going to say, it was a long wait for him, that last half inning. And that's great to see. 1 pitch, 1 out for Beeler, who maybe could go the distance tonight. You never know.
My guess he's going to be done after 6 here.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
Skeeters relievers in the bullpen starting to get a little bit loose. Nobody throwing yet, though.
1 out, none on. Back to the top of the order with Jared Mitchell. First pitch is a little bit low, 1-0. Mitchell 0 for 2. He has grounded out to first and struck out. Beeler's only allowed 2 hits, one by Dotel and the other by Witherspoon. The 1-0. There's one swung and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 down.
Mitchell looking to extend his hit streak to 9 games, batting .400 on that 8-game hit streak. But he also has 13 Ks on that 8-game hit streak.
278 overall, 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. Beeler winds. They'll set up inside. And this one is swung in. Hit hard to right field, but Kubica leaps and comes down with it. Nice play by the right fielder. Took off on a little bit at the last second. You saw Kubica in center the other day. Wasn't quite as good as he was in right, but he is absolutely phenomenal out there in right, especially with that cannon. You really want your best outfield arm in right for that long throw to third. So 2 outs, none on, 4 straight. Actually, he's gotten on a roll again, hasn't he? 1, 2, 3 straight, excuse me. 2 outs, none on here for Alexi Casilla. Well, he has retired 14 of the last 16 batters. Swung on and missed here. A familiar tune. No balls and 1 strike to count. 61 pitches for Beeler here in the 6th. Skeeters leading 6-0. They have 6 runs on 7. It's York's no runs on 2. Revolution have committed 1 error. The Skeeters have not. It's one a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Rev's not a great fielding team. They are 6th in the league in fielding at .971. The Skeeters are 5th. Revolution have made less errors, 2 less errors, 30. Skeeters 32.
What's shocking, though, is who's in last in fielding percentage.
And you would think either New Britain or the Road Warriors. The Road Warriors are 7th, but the Barnstormers, who are 2.5 games up on the Skeeters, dead last in fielding, yet they are up there in pitching, a strange combination. They are 1st in pitching and last in defense and 1st in hitting. This one is a strike. I just don't think in the long run that's going to pay off for them. I think a little bit of a mirage them being in 1st right now based on those numbers. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skeeters leading 6-0 here in the top of the 6th. The 2-2 swung on and missed. Strike 3, the 5th 1-2-3 inning of the game for Beeler. And will do it. 7th K of the day, 3 away. A 3-up, 3-down inning. 4 straight now retired by Beeler. Also 15 of the last 17. Middle of the 6th inning. Skeeters are still up 6-0.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Sweet 96 is on the air everywhere. On the radio from our Fort Bend County Tower site located on the Grand Parkway at 96.1 FM or online at sweet96.com. Click the Listen Live link and enjoy our community programming anytime you like from anywhere in the world, or just tap the app. Download the free TuneIn Radio app for your smartphone and search Sweet 96.
Salon Evan and Day Spa is the premier Aveda Concept salon in Sugar Land, locally owned and family operated since 1989. Let our Aveda trained stylists take you to the highest level of satisfaction with the latest techniques for coloring, highlighting, and precision haircuts. Treat yourself to our famous Aveda facial, a relaxing massage, or a signature manicure and pedicure. Have an ultimate salon experience today at Salon Evan and Day Spa, 281-980-5160, 281-980-5160.
Will, since you're no good at math and science and many other subjects, it's time for a little Baseball 101.
I'm good at history. How about that? I'm a history minor. We found what I'm good in.
So you say. Well, it's time for Baseball 101 with This Day in Baseball History, brought to you by Texas State Technical College in Fort Bend County. Make your own history by earning your associate's degree at TSTC. Visit tstc.edu to learn more. On this day, June 3rd, 1987, 3 grand slams are hit at Wrigley Field in the Cubs' 22-7 round of the Astros. Chicago's Keith Moreland and Bryant Dayette go deep with the bases loaded, and Billy Hatcher adds one for Houston. That's a look at our This Day in Baseball History, brought to you by Texas State Technical College. First pitch here is bloop to short. It is caught by Jose Cuevas. So Hawkins, who had been on base both times with a single and a hit by pitch, makes his first out here. Little humpback line drive for out number 1 as Anthony Jansanti steps in. Jansanti has himself a single and an RBI, hit into a double play last time up. Also has scored a run in this one. Skeeters leading 6-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. It has been all Sugarland offense and all Dallas Buehler, the Skeeters right-hander. In steps Anthony, 269, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs. They set up outside, and this one is a little low and in. It missed the target, caught most of the plate, but just a little low. Good eye by Jansanti. Bit of cloud cover here now as the sun is gone. The 1-0. I can see clearly now the sun is gone. 2 balls and no strikes here to Jansanti.
Jansanti and some other Skeeters went to the aquarium before the game today.
Sounds a little fishy to me. You an aquarium guy?
Oh, man, I've been to the aquarium in years.
So, no. This one is chopped foul back in the left of home. 2-1 on number 21.
I like to go when I do. I normally go when I go to Corpus Christi.
Is that one better?
That one's very cool. Texas State Aquarium. It's right on the beach. It is fantastic.
That's awesome. The 2-1 coming here to Anthony. They will set up outside, and this one is low, 3-1. We got a chance to go over the final numbers since Treese came in, retired the only batter he faced. The final numbers here on the York right-hander. Dominic Severino goes 4 2/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 3 walks, and a strikeout through 103 pitches, 61 of them for strikes. But he is on the losing end of this unless York has a big comeback left in them. Full count here on Jansanti after fouling off that last pitch. 1 out, none on again. Skeeters up 6-0 here in the 6th. Treese leans in for the sign. There we go back outside. This one way high and inside, ball 4. That's the first walk for Treese. 4th of the night for York pitching. And the speedy Jansanti down at first with 1 down. In steps Alvaro Rondon, who is a sac fly and an RBI. He drove in Jansanti in his first at bat, flew out to center last time up. So you got a destination you like to go to? What's your top choice destination-wise?
Like vacations or whatnot?
Yeah, different countries, wherever. Site?
Probably San Diego.
There you go. See Ryan Posner. This one is skied to center field. Travis Witherspoon in dead center will bring it down for out number 1. That's the second straight at bat that Rondon has swung at the first pitch and flat out to center. So 2 outs. Jansanti remains at first. We go back to the top of the order with Barrett Barnes doing his thing again in the leadoff spot. He has walked and singled. Flew out to center last time up. He's 1 for 2. Barnes came in 265, a pair of home runs and 8 RBIs. Leads the league in walks, hit by pitches, and second in runs scored.
Barnes did something very interesting at the aquarium today. I'm not really sure what this machine is, Ira.
Give it up.
I don't know. I'm showing you the picture. I don't know the name of it.
Oh, that's the cryogenic, not quite a cage, but it really helps a lot with your muscles. I had it done with a bad back.
Oh, so that probably was not at the aquarium.
Cryogenic chamber, that's what it's called. Yeah, that was not. You go in there, you feel like the Terminator coming in smoke. Like, remember when they went through that vortex and they appear? That's how you feel when you come out of that thing, like you've been transferred from another dimension. It's cold. It's about 2.5 minutes, but I'm telling you, it's the longest 2.5 freezing minutes of your life. But when it's done, you feel great.
Colder than Syracuse?
Much colder. This one, a grounder to second. That should do it. Garcia will fling it to first. 4th in the put-up, and the Skeeters are done. 2/3 of the way through, Skeeters are leading by 6-0 here over York.
Hey, Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
The National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. Relive baseball's greatest moments, connect with the national pastime, and honor the all-time greats of the game. Plan your family visit today at baseballhall.org.
Hi, I'm Ira Levin, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time. Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter!
We are La Casina. Go Skeeters!
Well, we move to the top half of the 7th inning. Skeeters are still leading 6-0 in this one. It'll be 3, 4, and 5. Wellington, Dotel, Michael Burgess, Zach Wilson for the Revolution. Dallas Beeler still on the hill for Sugarland. Dotel is 1 for 2. He has singled and grounded out the short. Wellington really on a roll. 15-game hitting streak now. He is 22 for 59. First pitch is a ball, 1 ball and no strikes to count. Dotel came in 9th in the league and hitting a .333 with a home run and 14 RBIs. Beeler still a very low pitch count, has not reached 60 yet. This one is skied down the right side. We're in the 7th inning. Now, could he go the distance? Yes. Will he go the distance? I'm doubting it.
He's only allowed 2 hits. If that was a 0 on the hits column, then obviously it wouldn't take him out, but I'd be quite shocked if he came out for the 8th.
The 1-1. This one a big bender in there for a strike, 1 and 2.
I think it might. Do you think it'd be different though if the Skeeters only had a 1 or 2 run cushion, Ira?
Oh yes.
Yeah, but up 6 runs, and you got one of the best bullpens, if not the best bullpen in the Atlantic League. So expect to turn to them soon.
Dotel steps out here. Beeler still working quickly, just waiting for him to get back into the box here. Wide open stance from Dotel from the right side. The Skeeters' big right-hander wheels and fires, and this one is down low at 2 and 2. Beeler has not walked a batter, and he has struck out 7, allowing just 2 hits through 6+ innings so far. Here in the 7th, first batter here is Wellington Dotel. The 2-2. On the outside corner, strike 3. What a curveball by Beeler. 8th strikeout of the night, and there's 1 down. You don't see too many curves that good. My goodness. Michael Burgess will step in. He is 0 for 2. He is grounded at the second both times up against Beeler. Right side of the infield now, it shades a bit more to the right. And Jansanti at second and Chavez on at first. Burgess really trying to get out of a slide. He is 0 for his last 15 now and 1 for his last 28. This one, check swing. The appeal, he did check it. This is a guy who was an all-star just last year here in the Atlantic League.
17 home runs, 66 RBIs last season.
Left-handed hitter. Beeler kicks and fires the 1-0. This one, a curveball didn't quite break, stays high 2-0.
Burgess actually pitched one game in his first season in New York in 2016. He allowed 3 runs in 1 inning, but he finished the inning. He got through it. How about that?
Sounds like mop-up duty to me. The 2-0. Swung on, popped up right side, out of play. 2 balls and a strike here.
The interesting thing about Burgess with his last action in the Baltimore organization, in 2014 with the advanced A team, he hit .315, 15 homers, 68 RBIs in 82 games, but in 2015 with the AA team, he just hit .162.
The 2-1 here from the Skeeters right-hander. This one is a little bit low, just off the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Next pitch, and actually that last pitch was pitch number 75 for Beeler. 53 for strikes, 22 for balls. That's a heck of a pace. 30 more strikes than balls. Swollen and a hot shot down the first base side. They're calling that a fair ball. Wow. This one will rattle around in the quarter. Around first, heading for second is Burgess. Just the 3rd hit of the game off Beeler. That breaks an 0 for 15 slide.
Yeah, that was really, really close. Thought it might have been foul right of that first base side, but they're going to call it a fair ball and it results in a double.
That is the 2nd double of the season. With the runner at second and 1 down, in steps Zach Wilson, who has grounded out the 3rd and grounded out the short last time up. He's 0 for 2. Beeler now approaching 80 pitches here. Skeeters are leading 6-0 here in the top half of the 7th. Action begins in the Skeeters pen, which tells me this is Beeler's last inning. This one is a strike on the outside corner. That looks like one of the newer members of the Skeeters, and it is James Russell. We saw him in Game 1, was very impressive. The 0-1. Another big devastating curve, swung and missed. Now 0-2 the count here to Zach Wilson.
An update on Danny Reynolds, who made his Biloxi Shuckers debut last night.
There's a name for you.
1 inning, only 1 hit allowed, struck out 2, scoreless in his debut with the Brewers AA team.
Nice for Danny. He was just so good here with the Skeeters. Did not allow an earned run or any run for that matter in 15 innings. That's what got him picked up. 1 ball and 2 strikes here to Wilson. Beeler from the stretch looks at the runner at second, Burgess, and comes home. This one is swung foul down the right side. Count remains 1-2.
Wilson won a state title in his senior year in high school. His team actually finishes the #1 ranked high school team in all of America. He was a 21st round pick by the Yankees in the 2011 draft, but opted to skip his senior season at Arizona State to take New York's offer.
Decent round. The 1-2. Swung on a miss, strike 3. 9th strikeout of the game for Beeler, 2nd of the inning. Now 1 out away from 7 scoreless. Seems like Beeler can do anything he wants out there today.
Wheeling and beeling.
Coined by Will Scott.
You're welcome.
Copyright subsidiaries and all subsidiary rights to Will Scott. Jose Cuevas will step in. He struck out once against Beeler. Also flew out to left. He's 0 for 2. He struck everybody out once except for Burgess and Witherspoon, who's on deck. This one is swung and missed. No balls and 1 strike to count. Beeler now at 82 pitches for the game. 59 of them for strikes. The right-hander looks at second, deals home, and this one is down low. 1 ball and 1 strike to count.
Also an update on Alejandro Chacin, his first week with the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. I could say that a million times.
These names are getting better and better.
8 strikeouts through 3 innings in his first week.
Almost struck out the side in 3 outings.
It's unbelievable.
My goodness. And that's the amazing thing about him. And going back to our conversation earlier in this homestand, you know, they're always looking for hard throws, but Chastain only throws 90, 91, yet he gets the strikeouts.
That's all that matters. You want guys that can get the job done. You know, we've both discussed this narrative that, oh, you know, major league teams are only going to sign and call up hard throwers, but, you know, a guy like Chastain's going to strike out the side almost every time. Sure, he only throws 90, 92, but he's going to get the job done for you, and that's what matters.
The 1-2. On the outside corner, strike 3. 10 Ks on the day as Beeler, who most likely is throwing here in this game, finishes on a high note if he does by striking out the side. 7th inning stretch time. Get your peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I do care if you never come back. Skeeters up 6-0.
Skeeters fans, end your weekend with Skeeters baseball at Constellation Field for Sunday Fun Day. We have something for everyone. Play catch in the outfield, and your favorite Skeeters players will be signing autographs before the game. Also, after the game, all kids will be able to run the bases. Constellation Field has everything you need for a fun, family-friendly, affordable day at the ballpark. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere, bam, and he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really mattered.
Now that's a moment worth covering. 877 Farm Bureau.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Let me hear you. Go it loud. A 1, A 2, A 3. Take me out to the lobby. Take me out to the ground. Buy some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back Orange Root. Red Root for the party. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you're out at the all game. Hey! Let's get some run!
Now on the mound for the Revolution will be Luke Westfall, the 6'3", 230-pound lefty from Clintonville, Wisconsin. He reached Double-A with affiliated ball this season. He has a 5.59 ERA, 0-1 record in 10 games. 9 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 6 earned runs on 8 hits, and he struck out 15.
Now first pitch from the southpaw to Albert Cordero. This one bends over the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Cordero, Derek Norris, Matt Chavez, 2, 3, and 4. Skeeters up 6-0 here in the last of the 7th. Cordero has hit into a fielder's choice, struck out and walked. He's 0 for 2. The 0-1 from the lefty. This one, a fastball catches the outside corner, and Cordero down 0-2. The switch hitter batting here from the right side against the left-hander. Cordero came in 354. Good for 4th in the league with 5 home runs and 19 RBIs. They set up outside again here. The 0-2. On the outside corner, strike 3. Cordero can't believe it. Couple of questionable strikes there. He didn't get the benefit of any of them. And he will walk off. That is only the second time, and we talked about this in the pregame show, the second time the Skeeters have struck out tonight. Both of them, Cordero, talked about striking out less, taking better pitches, long pitch counts, which they have done, walking more, 4 walks tonight. So they've done everything well. Great starting pitching to boot. In steps Derek Norris. He has fouled out, flied out, and had a big RBI double and scored a run in the 5th. First pitch here by Westfall is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Skeeters are leading 6-0. Dallas Beeler, who is most likely done, allowed just 3 hits through 7 innings. And his team backed him with 6 runs. They got 4 in the 2nd, 2 more in the 5th. Westfall's 1-0. He will wind and deal. And this one is swung and fouled off. Now Westfall almost looks a little different because nobody seems to do it anymore. You see relief pitchers come in with nobody on and always pitch from the stretch. And we see Westfall here going into the windup and almost looks strange. Quickly, we have lost that in baseball.
At least he's not taking as long as Joe Van Meter.
Who does? On the way, 5,153 here at the ballpark on a Sunday evening. This one is a strike on the inside corner. Oh, call the ball. Did the scoreboard operator get that wrong, or did?
I'm pretty sure it was a strike.
Yeah, that's 1 and 2.
Because he signaled strike call. Yep.
Yeah, that's 1 and 2. Westfall gets the sign. His catcher Clark wants it low, and it is low and away. 2 and 2.
I believe that the only 2 professional baseball games in the United States are both taking place in Houston tonight. Sunday night baseball, Astros and Red Sox going on at Minute Maid Park. And then here we have the Revolution and the Skeeters.
It's a bold statement. What about a pickup game? Little League?
I said professional baseball.
How do you know nobody else in minor league baseball has a Sunday PM game? There are the Round Rock Express and a lot of other hot states. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count.
The
here.
Atlantic League and Major League Baseball, it doesn't matter. Come on.
All right, you've convinced me. Full count here on Norris, who had a terrific at bat in his last time up. Got him the double. 9 pitches. Westfall's payoff pitch coming here to Norris. He will kick and deal, and this one is fouled back into the right of home. So Norris will see a 7th pitch.
Oh, we talked about Westfall the other day. He went to the University of Wisconsin at Oshkosh.
Oshkosh Bagosh.
What do you enjoy saying more, Blue Wahoos or Oshkosh?
Emilio Bonifacio.
None of the above. Bonifacio.
It's fill in the blanks question, I'm hoping, not multiple choice. Payoff pitch again to Norris, and he serves this one a grounder to second. Backing up on the grass is Casilla. He'll throw out Norris, 4-3 in the putout, and there's 2 down. So 2 outs, nada from Matt Chavez. Chavez 0 for 2. He is flatted to right, grounded the 3rd, and walks. Skeeters are leading 6-0 here at the bottom of the 7th inning. Action continues in the Skeeters pen, so I don't believe we'll see Dallas Beeler. And that is still James Russell warming up. So he's been warming up for a while, so he should be coming in for the 8th, maybe even the 9th. Don't really need your closer here with a 6-0 lead unless it gets close. And really got to think Paulino's not available after a 6-out save yesterday, and he was in the game the day before. That was old school on Paulino yesterday.
He did the impossible. Bases loaded, nobody out. Got through it.
1-2-3, 9th, 6th straight retired for the 10th save of the season. The 0-1, this one is down low. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Matt Chavez.
What's really surprising about Matt Chavez, Ira, is that he dominated the American Association, now doing very well here, but he hasn't been signed in the past 3 or 4 years.
I don't know, might be something scouts see or don't see, or maybe just bad luck. The way he started this season, you wonder why he hasn't at least played in the Atlantic League before. This one high and outside, 3-1.
Last season, the American Association, the Wichita Wignuts, he hit .330 with 17 homers, 84 RBIs in 84 games. That's an RBI per game. How about that?
Not too shabby. Westfall gets the sign. The 2-1 coming here to Chavez. This one swung and a miss, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Skeeters up 6-0. Skeeters looking for their second shutout in 4 nights. Barnstrom has already won today, so the Skeeters will not be able to make up any ground.
Another one-run win by the Barnstormers.
The 2-2. This one swung in, fouled off. How did Chavez get a piece of that ball? That was low and in and almost hit him. And he was able to pull his hands in and foul the ball off just to his left.
That literally would have hit his right foot had he not swung. That's unbelievable. He made contact with that thing.
That's Ichiro Suzuki-esque.
I didn't really like the way the Ichiro thing went down earlier this year. Wish they would have said he could play
but
one
the
more
problem
game.
is with an aging veteran who is sure to be a future Hall of Famer, you never want to say, hey, listen, we appreciate your time, but you're done at the end of a season. This one is hit up the middle. That one's going to be a diving stop by Casilla, but he will not have a play. Great effort, great range by the former big league second baseman. It'll be an infield hit for Chavez. So you let him play thinking, all right, we'll let him play a season and, maybe after that he'll retire on his own. But he gets off to a terrible start, and you're starting to see a guy who once hit 385 down to 240 or even less, and you say, we can't go the rest of the way with him. So instead of saying, hey, good riddance, they at least bump him up to the front office.
But say let him play one more game, because his last game, nobody knew that was his last game. So sell tickets, say this can be his last game.
My guess is that Ichiro wouldn't have wanted that. Some players don't want the whole hubbub. Some guys want to bow out quietly. Some guys want to say, hey, this is my last season before the season starts. And
well, his agent said he's not done. He plans to play again, which I found very interesting.
Well, I think he's going to hang around to play in the Olympics because it's in Japan, which would be huge.
Well, yeah.
And in his career, there's been no Olympics.
Well, you know where the Mariners start the season next year? In Japan. In Tokyo. That's where they begin their season next year.
Well, that wouldn't be difficult. You put him on a spring training roster. You don't have to even bring him with you.
Yeah. That's what I personally think is going to happen. That's going to be his last series with the Mariners in Japan, which is an amazing thing that would happen.
The 0-2. This one low and away. Gets away from the catcher, Clark, and going up to second base is Chavez. That should have been stopped. I think that's going to be a pass ball. We'll see how they rule that one. I'd be surprised if Ichiro doesn't play somewhere to stay in shape for the 2020 Olympics.
Think he might go back to Japan, play in that league?
I'm surprised he's not back there now because he had already talked about that.
Yeah. Well, people thought.
But I guess technically he's under contract by the Mariners, so he can't. So my guess is next year he goes back to Japan, plays in the 2020 Olympics. And how's that for a send-off? The last game in the Olympics? Maybe have a shot at a gold medal game? You win the gold medal, you walk away? And Japan's going to be one of probably 4 countries going for the gold medal. Got to think the Dominican Republic, Team USA, maybe Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Japan in there. This one swung and missed. Strike 3 as Westfall strikes out 2 batters in the inning, and the Skeeters are done. No runs, nobody left on base. End of the 7th inning. Skeeters still up, 6-0.
Want to watch a Skeeters game in style? We have just what you need. Our game day suites are ideal for entertaining clients, rewarding employees, networking, and even celebrating personal milestones. Let us make it easy for you. Suite rentals come with food and soft drinks, parking privileges, and even access to our Insperity Club. Drinking packages are also available. To plan your event, call us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Hey fans, come bring the family for one of the most exciting nights of the week here at Constellation Field. Firework Fridays, where we celebrate our Skeeters like it's the 4th of July. With music and a fantastic fireworks show after each and every Friday home game that's included with your ticket purchase. We'll be doing this every Friday through the entire Skeeter season, so start off your weekend with a bang. For more information, contact us at 281-240-HITS or visit us on the web at sugarlandskeeters.com.
Hey Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to sugarlandskeeters.com.
So James Russell, the former big leaguer, will relieve Dallas Beeler, who was perfect tonight. 6'4", 205-pound lefty from Cincinnati, Ohio. This season he has a perfect ERA in just one game, 2 innings pitched, and he's allowed 2 hits, no runs, and struck out 2 in that one outing, Ira.
Well, Russell will deal to the bottom of the order here in the top of the 8th. First pitch is a little low, 1-0. It'll be 7, 8, and 9. Travis Witherspoon, Ruby Silva, and Tyler Clark. Witherspoon is grounded out to short and tripled. One of only 3 hits Beeler allowed. Get to his numbers here in a minute. This one is swung and missed. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Let's go over some of Beeler's numbers. Well, Dallas, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs earned or otherwise, no walks, and 10 Ks. That is quite the outing. The 1-1. This one swung and fouled into the net. 1 ball and 2 strikes here.
Witherspoon, 12th round pick by the Angels in the 2009 draft, reached Double-A with both LA teams, the Angels and the Dodgers. Also spent time in the Mariners organization.
This one is low, 2-2.
Nice to see James Russell back in Texas. He was a star for the University of Texas.
Colleyville, Texas native. His first outing the other night against the Ducks in the 1-0 win. He went 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 Ks.
Sharp. He looked really sharp, didn't he?
Yes, he did. So another great Major League arm in that bullpen. As if they didn't have enough. With Paulino, Runzler. This one swung and a missed. Strike 3. And between Beeler and Russell, they have struck out 5 of the last 6 batters.
Not too shabby. And it's funny that you mentioned that because Russell and Beeler played together on the Cubs.
Here, Pete and Cavilla talk about all the time the best recruiting is from other guys already on the team. It's like for any other job, you're not going to recommend somebody who's going to come in here and be terrible.
Exactly.
Lefty-lefty matchup here for Russell as Ruby Silva steps in. This one is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. I don't think Silva agreed with that call.
Looked like a pretty good pitch to me.
I agree. May have been an inch away here or there. Skeeters leading 6-0 here in the top half of the 8th. And fouls this one. That one got a piece of the hand of Norris. Ouch. And catchers get beat up.
Ruby Silva was a teammate on the Iowa Cubs in 2015 with the Skeeters, Dallas Beeler, and Felipe Paulino.
Interesting. Now Pete and Cavilla is going to come out with Skeeters trainer Max Mahaffey. As Norris still in pain here, still bent over. That got a piece of his arm.
Well, Cordero's coming over as well, thinking he might have to get behind the plate now as the catcher.
I hope Norris is okay. Would be an enormous loss.
If that's the case, he'd probably put Colin Walsh in the game or maybe Bentoncourt. Yeah, hopefully Norris is fine, but he is in a lot of pain right now. He's a tough guy, though. I wouldn't be surprised to see him stay in and finish this thing. But being the 8th inning, Pete and Cavilla might make a decision here just to take him out with the game pretty much already in the bag for the Skeeters.
Well, remember, insurance runs brought to you by good friends at Texas Farm Bureau Insurance. Texas Farm Bureau members get free tickets to Skeeter games on Sunday. Just show proof of your current membership at the Skeeters ticket office, and you can get 2 free tickets to any Sunday home game. Visit your local agent to become a member today, and they are still looking at Norris. I think they're going to decide whether they want to leave him in here or not. You do not have Jeff Allen, the Skeeters' 3rd catcher, active right now. So it would probably be Cordero would come from 3rd to home. And I think you could move Jan Santi to 3rd. And then actually have Javier Betancourt on the bench still. You could probably use him.
Cordero's going to come in, be the catcher.
Yep. So we'll take a break while they are attending here to Norris. Come back in just a minute as they change the defense a little bit. We'll tell you More if we know more about Derek Norris. Back here in a moment. Skeeters up 6-0.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Every Saturday home game at Constellation Field will feature a giveaway or a post-game concert for fans in attendance. Giveaway nights include such items as hats, Swats and Star Wars bobbleheads, a Tracy McGrady bobblehead, and much, much more. While the post-game concerts feature artist 80s sensation The Spasmatics, country bands with Roger Krieger and Jack Ingram, and even a Jimmy Buffett cover band. For a full lineup, visit SugarlandSkeeters.com for more information. Sugarland Skeeters, it's more than baseball.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for
Hi, I'm Ira Levin, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time.
Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter!
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hey, Skeeters fans, if you're a senior, 55 or over, we have a great deal for you. Join our Silver Skeeters Club presented by Advanced Hearing Center. Silver Skeeters Club members receive admission to 9 Skeeters home games, free drink coupons on game days, exclusive VIP events, and much more. If you're a Skeeters fan aged 55 or over, don't miss out on this great opportunity. For more information, go online to SugarlandSkeeters.com.
Welcome back to Constellation Field. So, a lot of changes for you. And Ruby Silva strikes out, so long wait between that at bat. That is now, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 of the last 6 batters have been struck out. 3 by Beeler, 2 by Russell. Let's take a look at how this all shaped up. So Norris comes out of the game at catcher. Moving from third to catcher is Cordero. Betancourt is at third now for Cordero, and Jansenti was at second, moves to center. Barrett Barnes comes out of the game, and Colin Walsh plays second. Hope you got all that at home. 1-1 the count here on Tyler Clark, the number 9 hitter. The catcher takes the first strike, 1-2, and Russell's been so impressive. Gators are leading 6-0 here. The southpaw kicks, fires. The 1-2 hits a third. And amazing how the ball finds you quick. Betancourt tosses across in time. Hustling catcher, and that'll do it. All that defense. You hope Norris is okay. Now this is the middle of the 8th inning. It is the Skeeters 6 and the Revolution nothing.
Spring Free Trampoline. The perfect way to go outside and be active. Your family will enjoy the thrill of a trampoline that keeps them safe and engaged all year long. Right in your backyard. Visit us in Katy or online at www.springfreetrampoline.com. Smart in safety, smart in quality, smart in innovation. Spring Free Trampoline.
Hey, what's for dinner tonight? That's probably the hardest question we all answer every day. May I suggest La Cocina Mexican Restaurant? Dine in or take away. They have the best Mexican food in the area, and it's all handmade from scratch. Try their famous street tacos. The Fiesta Packs are unbeatable, and delivery is provided. Located at 515 FM 359, or for even quicker service or reservations, 281-238-0872. That's 281-238-0872.
Hi, I'm Ira Levin, voice of the Sugarland Skeeters. Join me every Friday night to hear Skeeters baseball live on Sweet 96, Sugarland's only radio station. Listen each Friday night when the Skeeters are both at home and on the road on 96.1 FM for the Friday night game of the week. Follow the drive for the 2018 Atlantic League Championship as the Skeeters and Sweet 96 team up for the first time. Sugarland, it doesn't get any sweeter!
Going to be Jacob Azil now on the mound for the Revolution. The 6'4", 210-pound righty from Georgia. Last played independent ball with Traverse City. This season he's done pretty well for the Revolution. A 1.23 ERA, 1-0 on the season in 8 games. 7 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 1 run on 2 hits, and he has struck out 4 batters.
Azil will face 6, 7, and 8. Skeeters have a day off tomorrow, so hopefully Norris is okay with an extra day to recover. The catcher gets on a hit on the hand, you never know. Kyle Kibitza, Courtney Hawkins, Anthony Jansanti here. Kibitza so far tonight, 1 for 3. He has doubled, scored a run, flat out to right, flat out to left his last time up.
Azil actually pitched last night, allowed 1 run, just recorded 1 out.
Kibitza came in at 252, 3 home runs, 22 RBIs, the 22 ribbies, good for 4th in the Atlantic League. Azil is 27 years old, went to Georgia Southern State University, as well as Columbus State. First pitch is a little bit low, 1-0. Been part of last season with the Revolution and Traverse City, splitting time between both. 12 appearances with the Traverse City Beach Bums, and 9 appearances for the Revolution. 2 balls and no strikes to count here on Kibitza.
The Beach Bums. That's interesting.
And their mascot is Sunburn and Suntan. We got 2 mascots.
Oh.
My old broadcast partner Tom Wilms, now the voice of the Beach Bums, and he was
that?
between the two, and I said, oh, what does that make you? The 2-0. This one is a strike on the outside corner, 2-1. Said that made him sunscreen. Well, he is 3-2 lifetime. A 5.36 ERA and 1 save for Azil. The 2-1 by the right-hander. This one way inside, low near the feet of the left-hand hitting right fielder, Kyle Kibitza. 3-1 the count. The 3-1. This one is on the outside corner. That'll run the count full, 3-2.
Kibitza, the highest drafted position player in Texas State history, and that includes the likes of his teammate, Paul Goldsmith.
Wow, good company. Payoff pitch here to Kibitza, low and away, missed by plenty, ball 4. And again, the Skeeters doing what they do best, walk, as the 5th time they've walked tonight. They've only struck out 3 times. Walking the leadoff man is Azil. And Courtney Hawkins will step in here. Hawkins has singled, was hit by a pitch, and lined sharply to short. He's also stolen a base and scored a run. Skeeters leading 6-0 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning, trying to take 2 of 3 from the Revolution and finish this 6-game homestand 4-2. In steps the league's leader in home runs, RBIs, and extra base hits, with 8 dingers, 32 ribbies, and 18 extra base hits. First pitch here is low and away. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Wind blowing slightly in from right center now. The 1-0. This one waited on off of third foul. 1 ball and 1 strike to count here to Hawkins.
The 1 run Azil allowed last night, Ira, was actually the only run he's allowed all season. It's been very good. Just a 1.22 ERA in 8 games. Last season he had a 3.78 ERA in 9 games with the Revolution.
Long look in here by Azil. Now time called by Hawkins. Kids get to run the bases after the game. Were you too old to run the bases when you came here? Or did you run the bases? Did you squeak in there?
I was a little bit old. I would have loved to do that, though.
The 1-1. You can live that out tonight. Right after the postgame show. Or during the postgame show.
Skeeters came to town when I was 12 years old, I think.
13,
yeah, that's correct.
12 and under.
Did they have run the bases when I was here?
Yeah.
First year?
Every year. You got gypped, buddy.
Man, that's disappointing. I wish I would have known that.
Well, Ryan Posner's got the postgame interview. You're on the bases. Live out your childhood fantasy. This one is hit to right field, right at the right fielder, Mitchell. He'll haul it in for out number 1. A liner to right, 1 on and 1 out. That'll bring in Anthony Jansanti, who was singled, drove in a run, scored a run, hit into a double play, and walked. So he's officially 1 for 2. Number 2-1, 269, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs coming in. Today being game number 34, and it's an uneven amount the quarter of the way through. So this is one game past a quarter of the way through of the season now. So I think all in all, the Skeeters are pretty pleased, and they're going to get better too. And now this one is hit off the hand of Clark. What's happening to the poor catchers here in this one? Yikes. Nice gesture by Jansanti. Steps out of the box to give Clark a little more time. See, in the old days, the umpire would take the brush and brush off home plate to stall a little, give the catcher a few extra seconds. Just have it in that back pocket. The 0-1. You know, sadly, they used to have the big balloon protectors in front of the home plate umpires, which is actually much better protection because it would come all the way up to your neck. Now that they have that kind of bulletproof vest underneath, it doesn't quite as protect you as much. That's got to be a lot hotter, though. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. Skeeters leading 6-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. There's one low and away, 2-1 on number 21, Anthony Jansanti. Azil spent a little time in Australia playing in the Australian Baseball League for Brisbane, the Bandits. This one is high and outside. 3 balls and a strike here.
I believe Luke West, or it was Zach Treese actually that spent some time in the Australian League as well.
Let's see who played on that team. Anybody of note?
You, of course, were working for the Australian team, the World Baseball Classic.
2009, it was a lot of fun. Ryan Roland Smith, the former big leaguer, was on that team with him. This is ball 4. Second walk of the inning for Azil. That is the 6th of the game for the Skeeters. Well, in steps Alvaro Rondon. Rondon, a sac fly, and 2 flyouts to center his last 2 times up. Well, in steps the left-hander hitting shortstop. 269 overall. No home runs now, 11 RBIs with that sac fly ribby. Javier Betancourt on deck.
So, as someone that has ties to the World Baseball Classic like yourself, how excited are you that baseball will be returning to the Olympics?
Oh, unbelievably excited. There's nothing like it in a short tournament. Plus, there's that World Cup for baseball, but it's not really the major leaguers. See, the most difficult part of this Olympics is that Major League Baseball will not interrupt their season to let the players play. But the Japanese are going to interrupt their season to do that. So you can say easily that the Japanese are probably the favorite to win it. I think they should maybe shorten the season for once every 4 years for the Olympics.
So there's a World Cup of baseball going on this season as well.
Not this season.
Okay.
But it's something that I don't think the powerhouses take all that seriously.
I was going to say, I'm not sure whether they're going to have that during the World Cup, which, that starts next week, doesn't it? Without the United States, which is just sad.
Soccer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually a pretty big U.S. soccer fan, and when we lost to Trinidad and Tobago, that was just awful.
The 1-1 is one. I just think the U.S. will never be quite up to speed with the rest of the powerhouses of the world, Brazil and Germany and such.
Well, it's a shame because we got the best young player in the world in Christian Pulisic, and he's not going to be able to showcase himself at the World Cup.
Well, the problem is that the best athletes in this country are playing baseball, football, basketball. Soccer's never going to be their first sport because there's a lot more money elsewhere. This one swung and foul back to the screen. Sadly, though, there's as much soccer here as anywhere in the world up through high school and maybe even make the argument with college.
Yeah, you got the MLS with 27 teams now, with FC Cincinnati being added to the mix.
I know there's some big MLS fans, but, I mean, the great players in the world are not playing in the MLS until after they're past their prime.
I'm not a huge MLS guy.
The 2-2. Swung and fouled off to the left side. Count remains 2-2 here on Betancourt.
I watched a European match for the first time last week with the Champions League final, and that's one of the best soccer games I've ever seen. So maybe I need to watch more of European soccer.
The right-hander Azil kicks and fires, and this one is swung and hit through the right side for a base hit. Let's see if they wave around Kubica. They will not. They'll stop him at third with the 6-0 lead. The bases are loaded with one out for Javier Betancourt making his way to the plate.
Credit Anthony Jansanti. Basically leaped over that ball. If that would have hit him, it would have been an out.
But what is it ruled on the batter is a very distinct rule
Batter
that most don't know.
Does the batter have to go back?
No. When you score it, how is it scored for the batter?
Fielder's choice.
Nope, it's a hit.
Really?
Yes, even though an out.
Interesting. That actually happened to me once playing baseball.
I'm sure it wasn't just once. Bases loaded here for Javier Betancourt, who is 0 for 8 since joining the Skeeters. It's one to strike at the knees. No balls and one strike here for Betancourt.
No, middle school baseball, I hit a ball pretty sharply toward the shortstop, and it would have been a single, but my teammate, who's base runner at second base, hit his leg. That was the third out of the inning.
The 0-1, swung and missed. No balls and two strikes here on number 20, Javier Betancourt. Betancourt originally signed by the Tigers as an amateur free agent out of Venezuela in 2011. Spent 4 seasons in the Tiger system, reaching as high as High A. Spent the last 2 seasons in the Brewer systems, peaking at Double A. The 0-2, down low. 1 ball and 2 strikes here.
Well, he's still looking for his first hit as a Skeeter. 0 for 8 to open his Skeeters career. 5 games with the team.
Midwest League All-Star in 2014 at West Michigan. Also in 2013. Our time called. 1-2 the count here on Javier Betancourt. Skeeters with a 6-0 lead, threatening for more here in the bottom of the 8th. But the bases loaded, only 1 away. At third is Kubica. At second is Jansanti. Rondon on at first. The 1-2 in the dirt. That's going to cost them a run. Kubica will come down and score. And it is 7-0 Skeeters. And that is our Texas Farm Bureau Insurance run of the game. Be a wild pitch. Now, Betancourt didn't have to do anything to drive in that run, but now there's a runner at second and third. So he can still get himself a sac fly ribby or a base hit that will drive in 2 more.
First RBI is a Skeeter.
No RBI there.
Oh.
Two balls and 2 strikes to count on Betancourt. This one is skied down the right field line. Long run for Jared Mitchell. Still running, and it's the first baseman, Michael Burgess. Bounces into the crowd just out of his reach. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Brad Burgess, great effort. He reached his right hand pretty much into the stands. Nearly was able to get that, but Bencourt stays alive in the at-bat.
14 pitches now from Azil. 12 for strikes, 12 for balls. Not a good ratio at 1-1. Skeeters 7 runs on 9 hits. York no runs on just 3. The 2-2 here from the right-hander Azil. They'll set him inside, and this one is swung and hit high in the air. This might be deep enough for the runner at third, Jansanti, to tag. He will. Here comes the throw from left field, a little offline to the left of home. Jansanti scores, and the Skeeters now lead 8-0. Betancourt, a sac fly RBI. Remaining at second is Rondon. So 2 in, 2 out, 1 on, and that'll bring in Albert Cordero. Cordero now the catcher for the Skeeters, the switch hitter batting here from the left side. So far he has hit into a fielder's choice, struck out twice, including last time up and walked, so 0 for 3 for number 3. In steps Albert. Skeeters with 4 runs in the second, a pair in the 5th, and another pair here in the 8th. This one is a slow roller to first. It's going to be an easy play for Burgess, who gets the slow roller, will tag Cordero, and that will be the 3rd out. But not before the Skeeters get 2 more runs. They get 2 runs on just 1 hit, and no errors, and 1 man left on base. We are through 8. Skeeters 3 defensive outs away from winning this series. Back here in just a moment. Skeeters leading 8-0.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugar Land. Go Skeeters!
The Skeeters will try to close it out here in the 9th. James Russell will begin his 2nd inning of work and try to finish this one off. Top of the order here in the top of the 9th, Jared Mitchell, Alexi Casilla, Wellington Dotel. First pitch, a strike on the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to count. Mitchell has grounded out, struck out, and lined out. Lefty-lefty matchup here for Russell. At a 1-2-3-8. One is grounded foul at the plate. And quickly ahead 0-2 here.
Yeah, Mitchell trying to keep his hitting streak alive. On an 8-game streak now, but down in the count 0-2.
Skeeters leading 8-0 here in the top of the ninth. They have 8 runs on 9 hits. York no runs on just 3. Also just awaiting Mitchell to get back into the box. He is taking quite a bit of time out there. Skeeters looking for their 3rd shutout of the year and 2nd in 4 games. The 0-2 just misses a little low and away. Good waist pitch there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Russell now 15 pitches, 12 of them for strikes. And Mitchell has taken a year and a day after each pitch to get back into the box. The 1-2 as Russell sends this one home, and this one is chopped out the plate. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes here.
Last affiliated action for Mitchell was with the Trenton Thunder of the Yankees organization. He had 250 and 7 RBIs in 20 games before being released. He has been with York ever since.
Mitchell, I don't know what is going on.
Normally doesn't take this long.
Taps that front foot. Now he's ready to go. And the 1-2 here by Russell. This one is hit in front of home plate. And who wants it? Cordero throws it to first and throws it down the right side. And hustling back to first is Mitchell. Will probably be a single. It was halfway between the mound and home. And Cordero and Russell, they didn't know who was going to get to it first. Finally, it was Cordero. Threw it, rushed it. It's the first baseman, Chavez. I don't know that they get the speedy Mitchell anyway. That will be a hit, the 4th of the night for the Revolution.
9-game hit streak now for Mitch.
Well, in steps Alexi Casilla, the former big leaguer, struck out twice, including last time up, and grounded out. First pitch to the switch hitter, batting here from the right side against the lefty, is a strike 0-1. Skeeters leading 8-0 here in the top of the ninth. The 0-1. Chopped down third, sharply but foul. And quickly 0-2. Now 20 pitches for Russell, 16 for strikes. He has been impressive in his 2nd appearance here. On Monday, the Skeeters will travel to Somerset and begin their series with Somerset. This one is a liner right to second base. The throw to first in time. Double play on the line drive. Great play by Colin Walsh, who just came in recently defensively. Just like that, the Skeeters are 1 out away. Yeah, Wellington Dotel, the only thing standing between Russell, the Skeeters, and a win. So in steps Dotel. First pitch to Wellington is a little bit low. 1 ball and no strike. Skeeters 1 out away from an 8-0 win. The 1-0. This one slam foul down the right side, 1-1.
James Russell trying to go 4 scoreless innings in his first week with the team. Just 1 out away, sealing the deal.
The 1-1. Swung and chopped out the plate, 1-2. That one off the foot of Dotel and goes past Russell on the mound and out towards second base. Now the Skeeters are 1 strike away. Russell's efficiency, just impressive. 23 pitches, 18 for strikes. Dotel in some pain here. Dotel 1 for 3. He has singled, grounded out, and struck out. Now 96.1 FM is Sugarland's only radio station and the new radio home of the Skeeters. Listen to the Friday night game of the week each and every Friday night, both at home and on the road for the entire 2018 season. 96.1 FM and the Skeeters. It doesn't get any sweeter. So Dotel is ready, down in the count 1-2 with a hurt foot. Now calls for timeout before the pitch even gets there. I think he is just not ready and still in some pain here. Russell patiently waiting. He knows the batter is in pain. They set up inside. The 1-2 down low, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Skeeters leading 8-0 here in the top of the ninth. They're 1 strike away. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that's the game. The unconventional 1-2-3 ninth. Well, Russell only faces the minimum 6 and strikes out 3 to close the game after a terrific start by Dallas Beeler. Take a look at the final numbers here. 8 runs, 9 hits, and no errors for Sugarland. No runs, just 4 hits and 1 E for the Skeeters. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. Ryan Possum will have our player of the game. We'll have the final numbers, and we will preview Tuesday's matchup. All that and more. Return on the Skeeters post-game show in a moment.
What does it take to rebuild trust? At Wells Fargo, we've been thinking about that a lot lately. For us, it begins with a renewed commitment to our customers, fixing what went wrong, making things right, working with more transparency and higher accountability, and reinventing how we serve you. It's a new day at Wells Fargo, but it's a lot like our first day. Wells Fargo, established 1852, re-established 2018. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Has your home or commercial insurance claim been denied or underpaid? At Morgan Elite Specialist Services, we know that the insurance claim process can be stressful. Our public adjusters have the experience to make this process as smooth, easy, and comfortable as possible, so you can get on with enjoying the things you're protecting. Learn more by visiting us online at messtx.com. That's MESSTX.com. Or call us today at 855-445-3404. We truly look forward to meeting you.
Where can you go to beat the heat and enjoy some wonderful shade trees on the finest deck in Fort Bend? The answer is Dry Creek Social Club. They offer a large selection of craft beers, fine wines, and handmade cocktails. Relax and enjoy yourself indoors or outdoors. They also have a large dance floor and feature live music and a great atmosphere. Conveniently located nearby at 3333 FM 359 between the Swinging Door and Pecan Grove.
Come on over, 832-471-6668 for more information.
Hi, I'm Kim Holstead with Coldwell Banker United Realtors in Sugarland. Go Skeeters!
Welcome to the Skeeters postgame show. An excited Ira Levin as the Skeeters take 2 of 3 from the York Revolution, winning by a final score of 8-0. 8 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Skeeters, no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error for the Revolution. Winning pitcher is Dallas Beeler. He improves to 2-1 with a fantastic performance. He goes 85 pitches, 61 for strikes. He strikes out 10, does not walk a batter, allows no runs on 3 hits. Starter Dominic Severino for the York Revolution drops to 1-2. Time in the game, 2 hours and 57 minutes in front of 5,153 fans here at Constellation Field. Let's tell you how this one happened. Skeeters got 4 in the second inning. It was in that second a leadoff home run by Dennis Phipps, a double by Kyle Kabitza. Courtney Hawkins had a single. Anthony Jansanti with an RBI single and an error that allowed the other run to score. And Alvaro Rondon with a sac fly RBI, and the Skeeters were up 4-0. The third and fourth were scoreless. Skeeters would get a pair in the fifth. After 2 are out, a walk to Albert Cordero, Derek Norris an RBI double, and 2 batters later an RBI single by Dennis Phipps, and the Skeeters led 6-0. They would add another pair in the 8th inning. A leadoff walk to Kyle Kubica. 2 batters later, Anthony Jansanti walked with 1 out. Rondon singled. A sac fly RBI by Barnes. 1 more would come home, and it was 8-0. And the Skeeters would go on to win by that final score. Mentioned the great job by Beeler. 7 innings, 10 Ks, no walks, 3 hits. Also, Mr. Russell, James Russell, 6 batters he faced the minimum, allowing just 1 hit, struck out 3. As the Skeeters take 2 of 3 here from the Revolution, and they take 4 of the 6 games on this homestand. Now, Ryan Posner is telling me he is ready, and he is standing by with Dennis Phipps. Ryan.
Thank you, Aaron. I'm standing by with our Skeeters player of the game, Dennis Phipps, 2 for 4 with a solo home run to dead central. Dennis, that is the deepest part of the ballpark. You left the yard, and I know it's your second homer here at Constellation Field, but take us through that at bat, what you saw, and what worked for you there.
I mean, you know, it's tough the first couple of innings to see the ball here. I'm just trying to see the ball up and try to put a good swing, because it's kind of tough to see the ball like in the first couple of innings, but I finally see it and I put a good swing.
Yeah, and you kind of got a late start. You know, you came in just a few weeks ago and you really picked it up. I mean, your first couple of games you were struggling, but I mean, lately, I mean, you're hitting the ball like crazy. What was the key for you to kind of get going?
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, see it every time. Like, try to see it most of the time, and like taking a bat and try to get ready, get my work early, and that's what I've been doing.
Definitely, and your starter, Dallas Beeler, 10 Ks, 7 innings pitch. I know you're the DH, so you kind of had a good view of that. I mean, how crazy of an outing was that? I mean, what was it like sitting here watching him do what he did?
I mean, everything was working for him, man. Everything, like slider, curve, quarter, like everything he throwing, it was like getting early in the count and throwing some good stuff.
Absolutely. Last one here. You got a road trip ahead of you. How sweet is it to leave on this road trip with an 8-0 victory like this?
I mean, it was good, because after the first loss, they got a good game, the first game, and I mean, it was a good comeback.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's Dennis Phipps, 2 for 4 with the solo home run. Skeeters win 8-0 to wrap up the series against York. Back to you, Ira.
Thank you very much, Ryan. So with the victory, the Skeeters improved to 22-12. The York Revolution are now 16-14, and really, when you look at this one, Will Scott, Skeeters got everything that hasn't necessarily been clicking. They didn't strike out a lot of deep counts. They walked. They got great starting and great relief. That's a pretty good recipe.
As we talked about in the pregame show, that's exactly the recipe this team needed to back up Dallas Beeler, which they were unable to do last time. Dallas Beeler had a fantastic start in the earlier matchup this week against Long Island, 6 innings, 1 run, 9 Ks, and lost that game. So this is exactly what the team needed to do for Beeler tonight. And Beeler, he didn't even need any really relief, because he didn't allow 1 run.
Skeeters really have played terrific. Exactly 500 in a row. You play this well at home, you're probably going to find yourself in a playoff position. The Skeeters now at home are 16-6, so 10 games over 500. They take 2 of 3 from the Ducks to start this homestand, 2 of 3 from the Revolution. But they got to go to Somerset now. They've lost 2 of 3 both times they have faced them, and they have game 1 with a long travel day, a morning-night doubleheader, a long travel to Southern Maryland, which Southern Maryland is generally not a great team, but the Skeeters do not play well down in Southern Maryland, so have to play well as you go back out on the road, and you want to play a little better than 500, even though you're dominating here at home.
Yeah, exactly, and especially when you're in a playoff race with Lancaster trying to get that first half title. 2 games back right now. The only difference is Lancaster's played a little bit better on the road than we have. So if we can take, 4 out of 6 on this road trip, then we'd be in good shape, coming back home for a 7-game series with the Road Warriors. So, yeah, I mean, if we can, because, Somerset, they've had our number since we've been around in 2012. So if we can get 2 out of 3 from there, that would definitely be a huge confidence boost to this team.
Well, the Skeeters, after a day off tomorrow, will travel to Somerset. Skeeters will send out their right-hander Connor Wade, 2-1 with a 2.70 ERA. He has been very good for Sugarland against right-hander Corey Reedner is 3-1 with a 3.34 ERA. And final thoughts on this one, Will?
Wheeling and Beeling. Dallas Beeler. What a start.
Well, that's going to do it for us here, as again, the Skeeters win by a final score of 8-0, getting their second shutout in 4 days. Incredible win for the Skeeters. From our broadcast partners, Ryan Posner and Will Scott, this is Ira Lieben saying enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the day off tomorrow, and we will see you in Somerset on Tuesday night.